Oh my God, greetings everyone. Hi.
Salutations.
Hi everyone. Welcome to our
Hi.
show. Welcome to another edition of Radio Gunk. And here we are on Tuesday, and it is September 13th. And I am here with Dennis and John and Xavier. And we are going to talk
Hello,
about
hello.
one of our favorite conversations, which was today was pretty much all about Beth.
Vocal fry doesn't
And
suit you, Monica. I like you nice and
Fucking
boisterous and
Sasquatch.
long.
we're talking about
hour
the
of the
Sasquatch.
beef.
Hour
ASMR.
of the hour of the tenderloin. So,
Horse.
so it was one of those shows today where it started off very lackluster, talking about the Emmys and talking about blathering shit.
Which
There were two Howard in the News things that I'm going to start with before we start doing clips, just so we could talk about what's been going on with him and his him being topical, I guess. Go ahead, Dennis. I see the finger. I
So
see the
I see in
Ginda,
the chat,
Ginda
they're wondering
finger.
what this background is. This is actually Beef has actually put this out. This is a
Yeah.
Christmas
She did.
background that it did.
How many years
Oh,
ago is
yeah.
that now, Dennis?
Fuck, 10?
Everybody
Is it
knows
10?
that card. No,
It's,
No,
I
there are
think it's.
people-
I think it's 10 years ago.
10.
it looks like a Wookiee shaved his face.
I mean, you could not ask for a worse picture.
no,
than
it's actually
that.
horrible.
And think about it.
It's
That was the best one in the
horrific.
reel.
Exactly. How many pictures do you think they took?
That's
for
the
that to
best
come out.
one.
More than
That's her.
mine.
motto.
That's
a motto.
That's her intellectual equal. That
So-
picture. It captures everything she is. Basic bitch, 14-year-old.
Yes.
She
It's
is
12.
with an
So
obese
what you-
cat.
No, Monique had the perfect Taylor Dane and Paula Abdul basic bitch.
Yeah.
No, Taylor Dane, right? All right.
Taylor
Tell
Dane,
it to my
absolutely.
heart.
Don't rush me.
Before
I
we
made that
continue.
mistake before.
Jeremy Harrelson. It looks like lead singer from Cinderella. Yes.
Ah.
Oh my God. Yes. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Mm,
Okay. So,
so
Howard in
before
the
we
News.
continue,
Yes,
the,
babe.
the ratings just came out for the Emmys, so everybody knows it is officially the lowest rated Emmys in the history of the broadcast.
God, I was gonna bring that up, X.
Oh, sorry, bro.
No.
You
That's,
went-
I'm
stole his
glad you did.
thunder.
Well,
Anyone?
COVID killed these award shows in a way that it continues to be after COVID. Like we realized how, and I hate using the W word because I'm very left wing, but the
Wigger?
wokeness of it, the
Oh.
wigger, yes, the wokeness of it all, even is so far, even if you're,
Mhm.
is so crazy, is so contrived and so over the top. They've alienated everything
Mhm.
resembling an audience for these shows.
Exactly.
you know what? You know what it is?
Yeah,
The
go ahead.
the entertainment industry is completely has reset to an internet-based entertainment
Yes.
system with streaming.
Yes.
Nobody gives a crap about
Yep.
Emmys. Nobody. I dare anybody name two shows that are on network TV. I couldn't.
Network
can't.
People would
TV?
way
Gun to my
rather
head, I
watch
couldn't.
Monique's
can't.
Blackbird over this shit on any given
Yeah.
night, and that's what we do.
So, with that in mind, guys, so Jimmy Kimmel officially the lowest rated Emmys ever, and is either the lowest rated Oscars or second to the lowest rated Oscar. That is Stern moving the needle right there.
Is it worse than the virtual Emmys, X?
It was yes.
It's actually
yes.
worse
Yeah,
than the
actually,
virtual.
it
I
was
didn't think
worse.
anyone get
just
lower
came
than
out,
that.
and it's the lowest rated Emmys ever.
Can I just
I-
say something though?
Great success.
So the Emmys were on what day?
Monday night.
Okay, what
Monday
is
Night Football.
Emmys on Monday? Monday Night Football.
The
Oscars.
debut of
with Sunday
going
Night
back to
Football.
ABC as well, Monique. Monday Night Football.
But-
It felt like old school Monday Night Football last night because they had Buck and Aikman on it. It was back on ABC. Why it ever went to ESPN, I have no idea for those years.
Well,
but
that
it
was because nobody was watching Monday Night Football.
Nobody's
Except
no,
gamblers.
Dennis,
Except
The
gamblers.
Bachelorette was not on yesterday, Jeremy. It's on tonight. I'm recording it. Okay, so yeah, you don't
Regardless,
know. You just don't know.
You know that old Stern, that would be like fodder for a week. That he would be busting Kimmel's
yes.
balls over the lowest rated Oscars
Oh my God,
and
yes,
the lowest rated fucking Emmys.
yes, but not
Is
this
it-
time.
You know, he should do the
No,
Tonys
kiss his
and
ass.
he should do like the Grammys so you can get Epcot for lowest ratings ever.
not only did he not berate him, he actually praised him for the unfunniest bit in the history of
Oh, the
nighttime
planking?
TV.
He doesn't
Literally
know how to
unfinished
pivot
bit.
away from this material, Dennis.
No.
I mean, how many
No.
years he has JD recording the fuck, which used to be, by the way, Melrose,
No,
Larry
no.
Green, and
But
Big Black.
but did you
And
hear what Kimmel did?
yeah, it
Kimmel,
was some horrible bit that was
like they
that's
had
I
an
got,
experimenting
unfunny other comedian
can I
drag him
segue?
out.
Can I segue into the news so that we can
Yes.
talk about
Yes.
it?
Go
So I
ahead.
just want to do that. Okay, so there were two things in the news that were Howard related. So if we want to start with the Kimmel thing, we will start with the Kimmel thing. So let me just add that
Sure,
to the
let's start with
stream
that.
so that you guys can take a look at it. Okay, Emmys. Jimmy Kimmel
Oh.
lying on stage during Quinta Brunson. Okay, who the fuck is
Whoever the
Quinta
fuck she
Brunson?
is.
Exactly. Who
Quinta
the-
Brunson's
Is that
my
like a hotel
Quinta
chain?
Brunson over here.
I stayed at the
Five
Quinta Brunson
Brunson.
last night.
I stayed at the La Quinta. Exactly. Spurs
That means
backlash.
5.
Okay,
Yeah, it does.
the late night host pretended to be passed out throughout the Abbott Elementary. Don't even know what channel
Who?
that's on.
The fuck is
Stars big
that?
moment, which a number of social media users found disrespectful. So apparently,
course she
when
did.
she was, let's see if this will actually
were
play for us.
offended.
Thank
I'm
you,
sure
Ida.
it'll be an ad. Oh, it's a
Ooh, Ida.
Thank
fucking
you, Ida Greenbacks.
ad.
Speaking,
I'm not on the screen. Did Ida give us something?
Oh,
Thank you, Ida.
useless phone.
Rodney called me a
So-
Luddite for not having an ad blocker.
Okay, so here apparently she has her Oscar, and Jimmy is laying on the floor and not moving and pretending that he's dead. Okay, so
Why?
not everyone was laughing as Jimmy Kimmel stayed committed to his 2022 Emmys bit during Quinta Brunson's acceptance speech. As presenters of Beth's writing and comedy series, Will Arnett dragged a seemingly passed out Kimmel onto the stage, with Arnett quipping to the crowd that this is the 13th time in a row that he's lost, and he just got the skinny margaritas back there. When Brunson took the stage to accept a prize for ABC's series Abbott Elementary, which was the first ever Emmy, Kimmel remained on stage passed out. Arnett tried to push Kimmel out of the way to make room for the winner, with Brunson telling him, "Jimmy, wake up, I won." Kimmel gave her thumbs up. Okay, so it was a horrible bit. It was a horrible,
It was
failed bit.
unfunny.
Black Twitter went absolutely insane, saying,
course they
"Dude,
did.
what the fuck?
Fuck them.
Like, what is wrong with you that you would do this to this poor
She
girl?"
won an award for nothing. It's like almost like in a participation award, like when you're in Little League. I mean, the
It's kind of like
greatest writer
Kanye
on the show that no one
on
watches.
stage with Taylor Swift. It's like, nobody's got time for your shenanigans.
Yeah, but
It's
I got
not
it,
all
guys.
about you.
Monique, this
Hey,
is
Mo.
the perfect time to break out
Shane
Jimmy
had a
Kimmel's
question for you in
Carmelone
Super Chat.
blackface.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
What'd you say, Xavier?
Shane had a question for you in Super Chats. Thank you, Shane.
Oh, okay.
by the way.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not on that
No,
page.
we'll get to you,
I'm
Shane.
so sorry.
Don't worry.
I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm going to scroll back right now. I was just in the middle of reading that conversation.
That's all good.
Wow, look
It's
how
a
many.
long
Look
one.
at the Jesus conversation's going. Holy
Damn,
crap!
Mo. I can't read it
Ooh.
though because it's in.
Where that white Twitter be?
This here, Carmelone.
It's too much. It's just too much. Thank you, Ida. Oh my goodness. Okay.
We don't know
Great
when
show
to post.
yesterday. I missed most of the Emmys and stopped listening and laughing. Yeah, so true. Okay, thank you, Shane. Shane, Mo, I think you mentioned doing an interview with you I can't say it. Yuzi. Any idea when it will be posted? That goofy Irish asshole hasn't posted anything in weeks. He said he was having some issues. I'm not really sure what they were.
Well,
But he looks like the kind of guy who's always having issues. He did post something with some comedian. He probably taped the week before me. So I don't. He told me like 2 or 3 days, but now it's not around. So I really
Monique,
don't know.
The
What was
pints
the
I have a
don't drink
interview?
them.
theory.
What was the
Mm.
interview you did
I have a
that never
theory.
came out?
Oh wait,
Well,
Mo
I'm
was
sorry.
doing,
wait,
Mo was
wait.
doing
Xavier has
shrooms
a
and
theory.
imagined the whole thing.
No. I really did talk to him. I
Well-
even showered. I mean, yes. I
Oh,
remember.
damn.
yeah, dead lad.
Maybe.
I remember that day like it was yesterday.
Well, those pints don't drink themselves, so
Yeah, no.
Ah.
He's as Irish as they come. He
Proper
really is.
Irish.
The other thing that Howard got in a little bit of trouble for was this, which
Oh,
was in
fuck
the
him.
Daily Mail. Jesus, enough with the Queen. Howard Stern slams excessive media coverage of Monarch's death and says it should get back to Trump and where those papers are that they found at
Fuck
Mar-a-Lago. So, of course, in classic, Daily Mail lore, they always have to make it this kind of thing. But
Yeah.
the comments were just
are priceless.
oh God, were they priceless? I mean, people just ripped him a new asshole. They really
I
did. It
mean,
was just quite
you know,
delicious.
Granted, I don't really care much for the monarchy in England,
don't
but
give a
she
shit about the
was queen for a really long time.
This is part of
And,
history.
You know,
It is part of
and she was
history.
part of
It's literally
history,
part of
especially during
history, that's
World
all
War
it
II.
is.
Her father was actually very instrumental in keeping England together under World War II, and she actually did a lot of stuff then. And actually, when she took the throne, you know, she was very young, and
She was
you
like
know,
25, right?
yeah, she kept, you know, all this stuff together. It's very important for anybody under English rule that, you know, the monarchy be very secure, especially then. It was very right after the war. It was very ugly.
Thank you, Truth or Spoof.
Fuck
Love
him.
what you do, except for the
Fuck
naked
him.
stuff. But I love the naked stuff. Ben Stern's glass eye is watching.
I love Dennis at the social club talking about the royal family with his stew nods,
Oh, I don't give a
With-
fuck.
with-
playing bocce ball.
Do you know that she
Our
was
royal
in
family got removed in 1918.
she was on the
In Italy.
throne for 1/3 of the entire time that we have
The history of the
been
United
the United States of America.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
she
Think about
also is one of the only people to return a touchdown in the Super Bowl and hit for the cycle in baseball.
Yes,
The 40-40 club.
She is.
And
Yeah.
she was able to escape an assassination plot by Reggie Jackson.
Yes,
Oh,
exactly.
that's right.
So
That is
people
the
were
best
like,
movie ever.
Did
It
you?
really
But
is.
did you see the classic? Who was it? Was it Reggie Jackson that
Yeah,
went
we
on
actually
Twitter the
tweeted
other
about
day?
That which was awesome.
I must kill
Oh
the
my God.
queen.
Jesus, enough with Howard Stern. Unfortunately, you won't find Jesus in him. Wrong religion. Says the delusional right-wing snowflake. I mean, they just go back and forth. The amount of comments on this was shocking. He's right. Why should Americans be bombarded with 10 days of nonstop coverage? Blah, 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 blah. I mean, it just goes on and on. You can, Xavier, talk about Google ads. You can tell what I've been
there you
looking for.
go.
Well, I mean, that
Uh-oh,
first
somebody's getting
commenter was like, "Why are you talking about him? Why is he relevant to you?" It's got a point if that's what he's implying. How much do you think he loves any publicity at this point? That Leslie
Well, of
Dart is even
course.
behind. He
But this
loves
is
this.
why he
It makes him
does
look
it.
like a
See,
badass, like a fake badass.
No. We've
to get
discussed this a
fake-
million times, and the reality is that Howard says these things because most of left-wing media will then report it
Right.
because usually he's blatantly like either cursing or calling people douchebags and assholes, and reporters can't normally do that, but Howard can.
Right.
So if Howard can do that, it's easy to repeat it than
But
it is to say it yourself.
you are right, but
Exactly.
so much of this stuff is like we call the show cold Chinese food or cold pizza. It comes 3 weeks after the story, and it has been dissected and by MSNBC 3 weeks in a row, and Bill Maher show, and then Howard gets to it way too late, and he has no good take on it. They just
No.
love to quote him, which
Zero
makes me
take
think
on
that
it.
Leslie Dart throws these stories. He's nothing. He's no good take on it. He has no good spin. They quote him out of nowhere, and he doesn't deserve the quote because it's not like it's some profound anything. It's just him, like you said, when he cursing, and so they feel they can write about it.
Hey,
Right,
G
because they would
Canada,
never say it themselves.
Hey, G Canada, you're still subject to the Queen. Canada is still not truly an independent country.
Right.
You realize that, right? You live there. You should know that.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
why
I
you're
know.
having a day off for her.
I don't even
I want a day
understand it.
off.
I've never been part of like that whole royal family fondness. I don't really
They
care about
control-
Very
them.
few people
They
are.
still control Canada, Australia, the Bahamas.
I'm just talking about all of it. The
I agree with you,
royal
Monique, but
wedding, the
I'm
Meghan
Italian. I don't
Markle,
know that
the
shit.
all
Also
of it. I
own-
don't give
I
a shit
agree.
about any of it.
They
Never
also
way
have.
own
bigger than I
33% of the
imagined.
Knicks.
Me too.
One of the richest people in the world, too.
No,
Yeah.
they own 33% of the Knicks too.
The Dolan.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't even
Renaissance?
understand
Going
that.
up to
Hello?
that.
Hello.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, so I
I'm
think
most
we're gonna start our
confused.
show now.
G
so let me
Canada's
get-
a little upset that I set him straight on that.
I knew he was going to be upset. I just knew that was going to happen. It's all your
Poor-
fault.
The guinea set you straight.
Give me setting you
I-
straight, yo.
I completely agree with you, Monique, but I'm actually I'm always amazed at the amount of yentas that are into that.
New Zealand.
And the gossip columns that love.
You know who's
reporting on-
big into that? You know who's big into that?
Who?
Mrs. Beaverhausen.
She's-
She is. She's very into like the whole royal thing.
Look at
King
Monique.
Charles.
Look at Ben's
Those
VCS
are
on
silent
too. He's the guy who had Pat McAfee
King
access.
Charles' silent
King
partner on
Charles
Sirius
did.
XM.
He's responsible for
It's all
Barstool
good.
Sports going away.
I thought
Not
that picture
Howard.
of Beth in the thumbnail was JD at first. Says David.
That's good.
All right, so we're going to start with his opening, and he starts to do these like weird monologues. So we're going to start with how he opened the show this morning. So give me a second. Xavier's helping out with the clips since I'm on like a
Ready to
laptop
go.
right now. So I'm adding right now. There we go.
I've got to have set some sort of terms of hours on air. I mean, I don't know. Does anybody else have as many hours on air as me? I've been for 40 something. I think 40 years. I think.
Is the out there looking things up?
Yeah. I mean, who's logged more hours than me?
It's quality, not quantity.
But
King.
I don't think it
Larry
it
King.
matters
The depth.
more in the world of podcasts. You got people
Steve
talking
Dahl.
24/7 on there, and they're calling it radio. So
The Deppening.
I guess I'm gonna lose that title at some point. I'm like
No.
professional radio. You know what I mean?
No.
Where you,
No.
No.
Xavier, your sound is a little
Podcast like 20 minutes
spotty.
long.
well, it depends on the podcast. There are people who yammer away for hours, more
Really?
than us. Yeah,
Those usually don't get listened to, from what I understand.
doesn't matter.
Release your numbers.
They're logging
Robin.
hours. But I
Doesn't somebody have to be listening? I'm really talking if nobody's listening.
I don't know. All I know is
Well,
I
the
added it
internet
up,
ain't
and a
working.
third of my life has been with you, the people.
Oh,
The people.
Babe,
Pause.
your sound is a little weird. I just want to
Kilo,
throw this up on the
that's
screen,
or the-
and I
or
don't
the-
know if you guys, Xavier, do you remember me telling you that this guy had emailed me about
I do.
that? And that he
I do.
swore that
You
Beth
yeah.
was on the
Yes.
air
Yes.
way before he divorced
She
Allison.
called in as a caller, and you can't mistake the voice. Apparently, this is this
Jesus
is in line with
Christ.
Benjamin's thing with John Popper and Letterman. Exactly that year, '98.
He was dating it for a while.
Okay, Marcus, send it to radiogunk@gmail.com as an MP3 would be awesome. And we'll see if we can get it up tonight so we can listen to it and determine whether or not it is in fact
Thank you, Katie
the
Aldana.
beef is calling in
That is
1998.
funny, John.
Yeah, I see that Katie Aldana. Look at you.
So, like Arm.
You got to help me here for the
Katie
podcasters.
Aldana,
You
it's in
need
the
to
middle
help
of the
me.
screen right now.
Okay,
Can you hear me?
she writes. John put
There
in
it
more
is.
hours covering the Depp trial than Wig did for his AARP radio show all last year. It's
Yeah,
true.
that's for sure. Well, Xavier, what were you saying?
No, okay,
Xavier.
like John said, release your numbers, Howard.
Exactly.
Joe Rogan averages 11 million
Jesus
listeners
Christ.
per episode.
Even his clips do X when he puts out
Yeah.
like a
But
4-minute clip.
we're
of
just
him.
talking apples to apples here. 11 Howard
Oh, nice.
hasn't released ratings in what? In about 16, 18 years.
2005.
Never at Sirius. Just never at Sirius.
Yeah. Never, not once.
When he wanted his first bonus, he got it, and then he hasn't released it since. In
And that's it.
2010, he wouldn't. That's exactly
That's
right.
it.
In 2010,
So
he
Yeah, but
denied it.
everybody that we have spoken to, Brent, Tim, who else has told us that they do not release the numbers. They just don't. So you have to take it on faith when you place an ad with them. You have to take it on faith that, that they are getting these huge numbers. Look at all the listeners. We look at all the money we make from followers. This is the people that listen to us.
So-
I can't imagine they can't quantify it with a real number. I just
How
can't.
do wait? So
Dude,
you're telling
Candice
me that
won't.
an advertising agency goes to them. They have no demographics, no numbers,
That's
no
true.
nothing.
They
and
probably
just
have
blindly give them
psychographics.
money.
They don't have demographics, right? So they have psychographics. So they can tell you that
But even so,
approximately 14 million of our listeners are men between the age, and that's why I think that the ads are spread amongst so many different shows because they
Shotgun.
don't pigeonhole it. That's why. So if you're men between the ages of 25 to 55, let's say, who are based in middle America, I mean, they have that information. And I guess that's what they go by based on how many hours people listen to the shows. I don't know.
so
I'm just guessing.
basically, I mean, that's why we hear such low tier advertisers on there because I mean, big tier advertisers
Yeah,
aren't
because
going to
it's show me.
spend money
Yeah, show
when
me the
they don't know
numbers.
who the hell they're reaching.
Show me the stats. Show me the stats. Monique, I mean,
Exactly.
you go back to the 90s and what's it called? The Arbitron ratings.
Arbitron.
They knew exactly who was listening in
Mhm.
1996. They don't know now with all the
know.
sophisticated metrics we have in analytics. There's no fucking way they don't know. They just don't
How
want to
can
tell
you
you.
not know?
They don't want to share it with
They do.
the humanoids because it's embarrassing to Howard. That's why they won't do it.
Here, Aaron
Well, you
Taylor
know what?
says the following. Sorry, 1 second, Xavier, 1 second. Sirius keeps you in the dark about their numbers. It benefits them with advertisers and the artists themselves. A Sirius contract is like a Netflix contract. Tons of money for lazy shit from celebrities.
Yeah.
I can
They're
see
star
that.
fuckers, Aaron. Definitely, they are star fuckers above all. Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, Xavier, what were you gonna say?
No, look, regardless, okay, at this point, I think most of us are over the fact that they're never going to release fucking numbers. Then shut the fuck about it. Stop saying, well, nobody listens. When you yourselves refuse to fucking tell the audience how many people are listening, when it's really, and Joe Rogan and all these other guys, we know the numbers immediately. People
Right. So how is it any different? It's a streaming service.
So
Exactly.
the thing, shut
Exactly.
the fuck up. Shut up.
You know the
Fucking
difference
old
is
senile
that
hag.
a Rogan will then take his show and put it on YouTube and put it on different forms of social media, and even by those numbers alone, you can see,
Oh, his
how
numbers
he's
on
doing.
YouTube are scary.
Even just Twitter
seriously.
followers, Monique. Even just that.
Huge.
We can pull up
Exactly.
like Z-list celebrities that have more Twitter followers than actually Howard does. In
Yes,
terms
of
not-
course.
I watch like car videos that have more
Yep.
fucking
Yep.
viewers than Howard videos.
When's the
Literally,
last time- when's the last time
it's
anything
amazing
got
on
posted?
YouTube. He has no traction.
My nephew
What?
playing
Go-
NBA 2K22. Seriously, the video
I mean, go to
game, they
YouTube and
destroy it.
Look at this.
Yeah,
Look at the Stern numbers on YouTube. They're pathetic.
but
I
he
know, I know.
chooses. But this is his way of getting away with it. Don't you get it?
Yes,
Like he
would.
doesn't put up a whole show because then you would be able to, quantify what his numbers look like. So if you only put out like 5-minute clips and stuff like that, thank you so much, Lisa Stein. If you put up like 5-minute clips, that's okay. A couple of thousand people, that's okay.
But Monique, he's putting out the best of the best.
Yeah.
And no one's
Yes,
watching
of course he is.
it. The best of the best, and still no one gives a shit.
Yes, he's not going to talk about like his argument with Beth in the morning, or her
That's actually
bones and
interesting.
what she ate for dinner and shit like that.
Bones.
No, but that's not what he taught. He
Yeah.
feels like people want to see like the stars. I'm pretty sure what he has up right now is probably like 3 clips from
Rosie O'Donnell.
2019 and
Rosie.
Rosie. Yeah.
Meanwhile,
No,
he's
no,
had
here-
18
here-
guests
here's
since
the deal.
January.
I'm looking at it right
10,000
now.
views.
Basically, the regular Stern stuff is in the thousands. Joe Rogan's
Mm-hmm.
is in the millions, and the is in the millions for him are artist performances.
Yeah, they're not. Well,
Not-
they're not even big stars. Actually, like his comedian friends.
what I'm
Like,
saying is
Ari
covers.
Shafir gets 4 million views.
Covers.
Gwyneth Paltrow gets 10,000 views on Howard's YouTube
I mean,
channel.
you have these lunatics like Justin Bieber that have billions of views, and Howard's the most he has is like freaking. Let's see. Let me take a look right now.
His biggest one is the Prince
I'm actually pulling
music
it up
because
right
his
now.
Adam
uncle
Levy,
Prince
72
allowed
million.
it on.
6
Yes.
years, 72
Adam
million.
All
Levy.
right, so
That's the big one.
he put
6
he
years.
did
That's
the Rosie
nothing.
O'Donnell. Wait, Rosie O'Donnell clip from yesterday, 44,000 views. That's it. That's
It's
all.
not going to go
nothing.
higher than that. Yep.
That's it. That's all it's going to
Melvin
be.
Probably
says
4,000.
SiriusXM won't release their numbers because they know a tremendous amount of data about each user, and that in and of itself would creep out the SiriusXM customers. How long you listen to each station, when, etc. Yeah, but would it really? I mean, how is that any different than
Arbitron.
Netflix knowing what I'm
Yeah.
watching or ABC? I mean,
But
I don't think it's
Disney.
any different. It's not like there's like sex channels on there or things that are a little bit deviant in nature. The person to be scared of is like the YouTubes and the Instagrams and shit like
TikTok.
that.
Yeah.
Those are the
Facebook.
ones where you can watch like
Those are-
deviant
those-
shit.
Yeah, those kids get hundreds of millions of views.
Yeah, of course
Hundreds
they
of
do.
millions. And
Yeah,
we have
and they're making
Mr. Always
they're
spent
making
40
millions.
years.
We talked about that today.
Yeah,
About how much some of
exactly.
these kids are making. Thank you
So-
so
so
much,
it's-
Nicholas.
The whole
Won't take it off.
for $7.
Take off
your
What kind of show do you think we run here?
For $7?
No,
Taking off
regardless,
I'm taking off my readers right now, baby.
For
the-
$7, yeah.
you know what? It's just all this is kind of pointless. It's
Yeah.
just they have the audacity to pretend that that the pot nothing burger, and when in
Yeah.
fact it's the other way around. That's all.
Well, when it really counts and they're running commercials during the NFL, they show Kevin Hart on the wall in a painting and not Howard. So
Right.
why is he not
Right.
featured in these commercials? Is it in his contract that he has to get paid extra?
one
Which I wouldn't
cares.
even doubt to put past Buckwald, but Kevin Hart's who they seem to be featuring in these commercials.
Kevin Hart.
And now,
No,
and now
let's-
Conan. Conan
And
was
yeah,
in
it was
that.
Conan.
Oh, we just
Conan was
watched that
mentioned in
today.
that too. Well, that was the theory that he's replacing Howard, right? That you guys had. That was
Yeah,
you
well,
know
we
what?
just threw it out there kind of half-ass, but
That's
you
not
know,
a bad
it's
theory.
definitely it doesn't hurt. Serious is negotiating next time they they can go, oh, fucking Conan gets millions and getting fucking a few thousand for Rosie.
Didn't somebody once show us like some of the costs for advertising? And there was like
Yeah,
this whole website
did.
where
They
could-
have no. I found a website that has you can call them and advertise your shit onto it, and they have people on
And
the
it's
Stern show.
cheap.
One of their 70 employees taking your call about advertising, no matter what it was.
Yeah, Aaron, we're in agreement with you. The receiver, which
Yeah,
you selected a
100%. I
channel
think
to
we're on the
listen
same
to,
page
is a
on this.
digital device. I find it hard to believe that they can't track what station you
And the
input
app.
into a
do, but they
digital
don't want
No,
to.
the
interface.
app. The app.
And
would
the
be,
app, of
yeah.
course.
David
Of
goes.
course.
Even Quinta Brunson has more followers than Howard.
Damn.
Such a callback.
Nice
Holy
callback.
shit.
All right, Xavier, are we ready with our next clip?
The Beth and the Beef sting.
So,
Ready.
okay,
Oh,
yeah.
again with
so
this.
so what wound up happening is that is I guess Howard felt the need to explain to all of us what happened to Beth. Now, I know I have them listed in a certain way. Hold on, I just want to look at my list really, really quickly so I can talk to you about it. Okay, so Howard didn't shut the fuck up about her EpiPen and about her bee sting. So let's listen to a little bit about Beth and the bee sting part 1. Go for I have to add it to the
Ready.
stream. That would help. Yeah, that would help.
Long story short, my wife for a walk without her shoes on a beach. Boom. Out where there's a bee sitting on the beach. Think about how big the beach is. She finds the one stupid ass bee sitting on the beach. She steps on her. The bee stings her in the foot. Fucking foot. She turns out she's allergic to bee stings. Her foot blew up the size of an elephant. I'm not bullshitting you. She wanted to post it on the internet. I said, don't. Because a lot of your brand is, turning guys on. They see this. Turning guys on.
Her brand. Her brand.
What an
right?
idiot.
I know. I know.
Jesus Christ.
Her brand.
The
And you
brand.
know what? The reality is, if I may, because I know we've talked about this before, but hang on a second, because of course I had to put it back
I'm
up.
actually pulling up the pic though.
So if you
You got the pic
recall,
though?
Jesus.
of course.
There it is. There's the pic though.
Yeah,
That
there's
is
the
not a
picture.
blown up foot by any stretch of the imagination.
Not even
It's his
close.
foot, her foot's anorexic or bulimic.
It
Can your feet
wrapped
draw up?
that foot.
I know.
So
That's not a
disgusting,
doctor.
so
No
atrocious.
doctor.
Not to be confused with 2 days later,
Yeah. Oops.
Wearing
Where's that foot?
and an
Tony
open toe shoes.
McStrosky with her 4-inch heels going off to
The
a
smart
wedding.
hooker
So, Monique,
shoes.
it was revealed today that it was the public library. Is that a thing now where we're having weddings? I mean, I think it's the first time Beth's been in a library since,
No shit, right?
but since
Well,
Castle
it's in New York
Shannon.
City. It's in New York. It's the main library in New York City.
What
I
is
can
with
see
the
that happening.
library weddings, Monique? What is going
Okay,
on?
so it's really, really pretty in the entryway
It's
there.
beautiful.
So it's
It
kind of
is.
like having a wedding at the Museum of Modern Art or the Met or something like
Right.
that. Usually it's the
Yeah.
first room that you come into,
How
and
convenient.
Yeah.
they set that up for weddings. It's very,
So,
do
very,
you have
very
to pay for?
expensive.
You have to pay for it.
It's
Like
very
who
expensive.
do you pay
It's
for that?
expensive, but
So that means
ahead.
you can go to a wedding and like actually take out a Judy Blume book.
Yes, you
you
could.
could.
Yeah,
Yes.
well, that,
But-
but the main public library isn't really a Judy Blume book library.
It's
The
just-
library's right around
Is
the
it one
corner
of those
on the
libraries
side.
where it's just for homeless
So,
people to go BM?
Wait,
Yeah.
No, no, no,
Wait.
no, no, no. So it's really pretty in the front. It has the 2 lions that
Mhm.
greet you right in the front,
Yep.
and it's a gorgeous room. It's a very, very old. Hold on, Dennis. It's a very old room, and you walk in, and it's big and kind of grand, and that whole thing. The real library is around the corner on 42nd Street, right by Bryant Park, and it's like a little side entrance and a
Yes.
fairly large library. But this is where you go for like scriptures from from ancient times and medieval scriptures
on.
and shit like that. So, but it's a beautiful room. You pay the library, but aka the city, to have it there. You have to get all the permits because it's a city landmark. And then you could probably only use like certain caterers and certain people, and music has to be at certain levels and shit like that. There's so many rules to
How
having
easy would to
a
crash that
wedding
wedding?
in a public place like that. It's actually shocking to me. But yeah, the library is not like a huge place to have a wedding, so I'm not really, I mean, I
We're
guess
talking about Jill Martin, everyone. That's Beth's best friend whose wedding
Yeah.
she went to.
Well, I mean,
right.
Oh, right on.
But I mean, I mean, I can understand why you'd want it there, because it is beautiful. I mean, it really is
Yes.
stunning.
Yeah, but
'Cause
Dennis,
I-
why not
Is it
have
really?
it at the why not have it at the Belmore Library so Ellen Stern can go?
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Understandable.
Yeah, because Jill Martin gives a rat's ass
Yeah, I
about
know,
Ellen
it's-
Stern.
there you
Yeah,
go.
oh,
It's a
yeah.
little
But,
Hurricane Sandy joke.
Yes, Sin Lou Who. Yes, we absolutely can have the annual Gunk barbecue there. Absolutely.
Well, there you
What
go.
how easy would it be to crash that wedding too? By the way that's set up, it sounds like. What do you think
Oh
they
no,
paid
There's
Monique?
only one
Ballpark it for us.
entryway. There's only one entryway in the center front, and then one on the left side as you're looking at it for employees to walk in. But
Right.
that's it. You can't really
Yeah,
come in
I
and out
mean-
of the place too quickly.
I mean, when I brought my wife to New York,
sorry.
like after we got married, I mean, I brought her to that library, into that entranceway, because that is absolutely stunning.
Yeah,
I mean,
beautiful.
for somebody that's never been to New York before, it is truly a stunning sight.
It's a must
I can
see.
yeah, I can understand why you'd want to have a wedding there. But Beefus trotting out in the middle of the city is kind of funny, actually.
Well, that's why I told you guys that's exactly where it was, because I remembered I knew the street. I knew exactly the
I
street.
couldn't believe
trotting.
you identified that. Monique,
Jill
pretty good.
Martin posted photos on her Instagram showing the library.
okay.
And I will have to go look at that.
Ballpark it for Ida Greenbacks and I. What do you
What?
think it cost? This
Oh,
wedding?
well, I don't think there's a wedding. You can't have a wedding in the city for less than $100,000. So it's got to
no.
be about 150,
Jesus
200.
fuck. Really?
No,
I believe
Easily,
that.
yeah.
I believe that.
no. All
Damn,
roads,
dude.
all roads for all weddings, all time probably lead to around $50,000-$60,000
Jesus
in New
Christ.
York.
For like that price, they better give you like a copy of the Constitution or some shit.
Have it at Grillo.
Right, a little scroll on your way out.
Yeah, no
Have it at
shit.
Grillo's
Jesus
apartment with
fuck.
Sean Young doing the ceremony.
Yeah, exactly, right? Jesus.
Yeah, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money.
Hold on, I'm pulling it up.
But
Actually.
she has it. She has the money.
Actually,
know,
Howard
so
has the room,
obviously-
like the 3 penthouses. Have it at the Millennium Towers, for Christ's sake. He's
Yeah,
not-
exactly. Because Jill Martin gives a rat's ass about doing
She
anything.
lived there with Steve Gutenberg in a clip you're about to find out
Yeah.
after the show.
Oh,
Really?
Yes.
Interesting. I did not know that.
Prices.
All right.
That's
Whiskers,
a lot
are
of money
we
to burn, bro.
are we set up
That's
for our
like,
next
yeah.
here we are after the show. Mo and I like knife fight for the fucking super chat money.
Puerto Ricans against Italians. Shit.
with two of our hands tied together?
Exactly. Am I that fucking poor? Jesus. Fuck.
You're
Like,
not.
yeah,
It's
well.
just listen, you know what? It's just like
Beat
saying
it,
that
you beat it.
every single college out there, all roads lead to $40,000 a year.
True.
Some
Yep.
50, some 60. So, it's not that shocking anymore. I remember like, $100 a plate was the norm, back like 20 years ago, 25 years ago. It's like, I can't even imagine. $200, $250, $300 per person.
Oh,
Easy.
Easy.
Beth goes, if I throw up in the bathroom, do I get my money back?
Exactly.
David, you're right.
You take the food back. All right. So what's our
Oh,
clip
that's
number?
perfect, David.
Our
What?
next clip, we have Beth
Third
and
one
the
up.
bee.
Okay, hold on.
Absolute
Let me
Say
see.
60 one. That's
when.
pretty funny. It's middle of the screen.
David. I'm imagining Mo and X in a West Side Story dream. Oh yeah, that's exactly what I saw the visual. That's exactly
It's more like beat it, actually.
that exactly is the visual that we had there.
I love that 33-year-old David
Shark.
West Side Story.
I am kind of
I love it.
set man.
All right, go for it. Go for the best.
You never saw anything like this. There were like bubbles of goo, like coming out of her feet. Like she was seriously fucked up. It's still pretty fucked up. A doctor had to put her on. She had to go on. I'm gonna keep walking. Well, she did. She walked the whole time. She pulled the bee out. The bee was still alive somehow. She threw it away, and then she walked a couple of miles on it. Gets home. I'm looking at this thing. Get her to the doctor. Doctor gives her 2 rounds of intravenous antibiotics, a whole drip, everything. Don't another doctor pop the fucking thing to get the juice out. I mean, you should have seen what was like an episode of Dr. Pimple Popper. It was crazy. It was fucking wild. And so the doctor says to her, "Listen, you got an allergic reaction to a bee sting that's pretty severe. If you get stung by a bee the next time, the way it works is it's going to be even worse. Yeah. So he prescribes for her the EpiPen, which is a pen that you inject into your large muscle group if you get stung again.
The ear of the dog.
That David, that's so great. Dr. Bob's ankle monitor and Kathleen, we're on the same page. Howie Brasco in full effect here, by the way.
Absolutely.
Totally.
Yeah.
What
Do
a
you-
fucking bullshit
Do
story.
you think she pulled the bee's eye out? So many eyes.
Glass-eyed
bee.
Glass-eyed bee.
Don't ask. Don't ask.
Yeah.
So
David, that's so
then,
good.
so then they start going into a whole thing about the fact that now that she's allergic to bees, allergic to bees because she swelled up and did that whole thing. Now she has to carry an EpiPen around with her. So as I'm listening to it,
My
I
ass.
start to pull, and it's the clip after this, but let's talk about the EpiPen and
But-
about the fact that she doesn't want to carry it. So it's
By
a
the way,
non-issue.
antibiotic? That's preposterous. They give you some sort of cortisone drip or some shit.
Not
like
even
that.
2 IV antibiotics.
But there's no-
IVs.
2 days in a
Antibiotic.
row.
What?
Right. She tells him it was an EpiPen, but it was
Did she
Ozempic.
step on the bee or did the bee fuck her and give her the cut? The
Was
fuck are you
EpiPen.
giving an
Sunflower
antibiotic? It's absurd.
It's just-
All right, play the clip, please.
Yeah.
What it is with this woman, but I see bees swarming around. We went on a bee trip, but there are bees swarming around. Yellow jackets. Well, I go, where's your...
Bees
Yellow jackets.
pollinate and make honey.
Right.
Yes.
and hive and are a collective. Yellow jackets are those horrible
Hornets.
wasp-like monsters
Yeah.
Yes,
who
that live in
look
the
a
ground.
little bit like bees but aren't bees.
Yeah.
I bet you he was stung by a yellow jacket, not a bee. I bet you, because why would he mention yellow jackets when
Wait.
in fact he thinks it's a bee?
All right, so I even have a deeper theory on this.
Okay, go.
That it
What'd you-
was a jellyfish. It's on the
Could
beach.
be.
Literally,
Yes,
it's
they
on
lie
the
so
beach.
much. I don't discount that. You might
But
be
didn't
right.
she say that she had
Nothing's
to
off the
pull
table,
out
man.
she had to pull out the
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 bee.
sting, the
She-
thing?
No, it pulled the bee out and threw it away. It saved the bee.
Oh,
Which
see,
it was
Tiger
still
Lily's
alive.
father
The
actually
barbs.
passed.
Bullshit.
Tiger Lily's father actually passed away from a bee sting, and so this is her truth. Okay, this is true. The first time my dad got stung and swelled up, the doctor told him that every sting after that will be worse. He carried an EpiPen. One time it worked, the next time it didn't, and he died.
God, that's terrible.
Understandable,
Yeesh.
but this is not what happened to beef.
Okay,
Truly.
I'm just
So do
saying.
you
this is,
think she stole Tiger Lily's story, Dennis? Is that what you're
I
accusing
think she
her of?
did.
No,
well, it
I
is.
think she did too.
It is the story that they gave, though. Is
Yeah.
that it's going to be
It's a
worse,
story.
and so you need to carry your EpiPen around with you. So, but she doesn't want to carry it because she's embarrassed to carry it around with her, even
Right.
though she carries her
No.
fucking phone wherever she goes. But she can't carry around the
Wait
EpiPen.
a second.
Wait,
Her
I'm
husband-
lost on this.
Her husband brags about having condoms in a safe, but EpiPen is too embarrassing.
EpiPen is embarrassing.
Oh,
EpiPen,
okay, right on.
a yellow
Sorry,
jacket
yeah.
defrauded Medicare. Okay, is there some more to this clip?
What, Monique? What about the product placement of it all? The payola saying Howard, the trained huckster, saying EpiPen every 5 seconds. The
Hold
nature-
on. We're going to come back
Is that
to
a
the next
brand?
clip. Xavier, are we done with that clip?
No, we still
Okay,
have.
keep
Whoa,
going.
Still
we
more
got
in that.
Is it a
It's
brand?
bees.
Keep going.
Swarming around. Yellow jackets, whatever you call it. Well, I go, where's your EpiPen? I'm not carrying that with me. I go, honey. She goes, I'll run home and get the EpiPen. I go, don't you? No, it doesn't work that way. Well, what do you think I said? I go, honey. She is so fucking stubborn. She thinks she's going to survive the next time. She'll be able to walk home again. Right. But the doctor was saying, you got to have the EpiPen with it. So now every time I say the word EpiPen, when we go for a walk every day, she gets upset with me and she hates the word EpiPen.
I'm with you,
David says
Beth.
the Honey Nut Cheerio bee is paying handsomely for the segment.
It's a honey oven.
It's handsomely. David.
All right, continue.
She goes crazy from the word EpiPen. If I say EpiPen, it's like she goes berserk. I should get it down.
Slowly, I turn step by step.
That's it.
Okay, is that the end of it?
Yes. ma'am.
Okay, now, so I'm listening to this. I'm like, what the fuck? So as I'm going through the clips, then I decide I'm just gonna start pulling it. And so this is what I came up with, just so that you can hear it. It was just driving me absolutely insane. So let me know when you're ready with the next clip.
It'll be ready in 3 seconds.
Holden 190 says $1,300 for a local firehouse to do your wedding. Hopefully Bob Levy officiates it. Holden.
$1,300.
$1,300 says Holden 190 says for a wedding at a
Jeez.
firehouse.
Okay,
you go.
yeah.
It's ready,
Okay.
Mo.
Reverend Bob Levy can perform it.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right. So here's Howard.
Yo,
Just go.
like Pete.
Here. Honey, come on in here. No, honey, come downstairs. First she's gonna say she's busy. She's not dialed up. Honey, come downstairs. Let's see what she says. Now I know she's got that phone on her. Honey, come down. She answers everything. Like she phone, but not an EpiPen. No, the phone. You know what? That's a good point too. I gotta bring that up. The phone is way more intrusive. And all we got is the one EpiPen. I mean, it's not like I got 50,000 of them. It's like,
That sounds like Fred.
EpiPen. And she hid the EpiPen on me. I don't even know where it is.
You don't know where it is?
Nope.
How are you gonna help?
I don't know. I'm not gonna help. I can't help. I don't know where the EpiPen is. Here.
There you go.
Come on in
This is how this. It's so
That's exactly.
This was painful. This was
Painful.
painful. Painful.
And you gotta.
okay.
have a faint
Sorry,
spell.
Xavier. Will you do me a favor and will you go to the clip after clip number 10 called "Fucking EpiPen"?
Fucking happened.
Okay. 1 second.
I had a realization today that I think Beth is actually better on the air than Howard is.
Oh
Seriously,
God, no.
I'm not
No,
even kidding.
God
I'm not.
Christ.
I'm not even kidding. I think
She
I
has
think
nothing
he's
to
so,
say. She
he's
adds
so
nothing
bad.
to a
He has less to
conversation.
say, Monique. I
She's
know. I know.
almost-
I'm
John.
aiming the bar low, but
John.
I can't listen to his voice anymore. I actually think
She
she's
is
better on the air than him.
inarticulate. Like
I
she
know,
has
so is he.
no. It's painful to listen to. It really, really is. Beth gets dolled up the way Darth Vader puts on his helmet.
I literally was with that voice. I was looking at my liquor cabinet.
I know,
going,
Dennis.
Can
I
I
just
start
hate Howard's
now?
voice more.
Can I start now?
Yeah.
Because just Jesus Christ.
Can
you
we
just-
appreciate the fact that she was standing behind the camera, and because
Oh,
he's
I
like,
know,
"Come
yeah.
on down." Yeah, like what? She's listening to the fucking show. There's no fucking way. She
Okay,
was like, she was just off camera. the whole time.
Of course she was right there. But
She
listen,
claims she doesn't listen when it's
okay,
inconvenient.
this is EpiPen. This is what I want
Tim
you guys to hear.
Sullivan.
All right, listen.
Okay, 3, 2.
I go, where's your EpiPen? Check the EpiPen. You gotta have the EpiPen with it. So now every time I say the word it's the word EpiPen. It's crazy from the word EpiPen. If I say EpiPen, it's like, and all we got is the one EpiPen. I mean, EpiPen. And she hid the EpiPen. I don't know where the EpiPen is. Why you won't carry your EpiPen? The word EpiPen. Why won't you carry your EpiPen? Where's your EpiPen? Where is your EpiPen right now?
My EpiPen is in the medicine cabinet.
Did you put your EpiPen psychologically about the EpiPen that you don't like?
That's it.
Holy shit! Like, are you
Fuck.
kidding me? Are you
Is-
kidding me?
Is EpiPen a company or not? What is it? I don't even know. What is
Is it
I
one or
don't
two
know.
Is it a
companies?
proper Is it a it's two companies or one company? Actually, seriously.
Is it too complicated?
I don't know because I'm wondering what kind of product placement this is because I'm always on the prowl for that with them.
Yeah,
And
it
the
sounds
Payola drop.
suspicious.
And he doesn't, the trained radio huckster he has to say the name and articulate it, incorporate it in the conversation. I
It
just
is that is a registered name, EpiPen.
okay,
It is.
okay,
How much
Yes,
is an
it is.
EpiPen?
How much?
yeah.
Mhm.
All right, hold on.
Okay, how much does an EpiPen cost? One brand EpiPen or EpiPen Junior package, which contains 2 auto injectors, will cost roughly $650 to $700 if you're paying cash. Although pharmacy
Yeah, there it is.
coupons or manufacturer discounts may lower the price. Wow, they're not cheap.
No,
Is
they're
it-
not.
It's a Buckwald write-off.
So yeah, I mean, I could understand that bites would get worse and worse. I get that. I get that.
Herbert
I
Arnold
mean,
goes
so
on the
why
silent
would we
partner
not
in
believe that is what happened?
Mhm.
Dennis, conspiracy
What?
theorist extraordinaire.
that she
Why
actually
do
No,
we
it's
think that
just an
that's not what
alternative.
happened?
It's an alternate theory. It's not a conspiracy. It's just that they're liars and nothing. I take nothing they say at face
We
value.
feel
Exactly,
that,
you
and you
can't
feel
anymore.
too.
Why
Monique,
should I?
And I
There's
know that you
zero-
try, and I know that you do your very
Told me
best. That they
try.
take their friends' stories
Right.
and use it as their own on air because they won't talk about their actual.
That
personal-
sounds
mean,
right.
You
Yeah.
you
I
saw
know,
the
but
picture.
we saw her getting her IV drip.
Oh, whatever that was
What
for.
did he
We don't know what that
do?
was for.
Everything's staged.
Must everything be a lie with you guys?
Yeah.
You're so funny.
Yes, actually,
It's
with
just
them,
easier
yes,
that way, Monique. It's just
100%.
easier.
thing, Mo?
After the Dr. Zoom thing,
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
never
come
gonna take-
on.
It's
So-
at this. The thing is, it seems preposterous that they would fake something like that, but nothing's off the table anymore.
Nothing's
Everything-
on the table.
Everything is a fucking shtick, bullshit, money grab, and
I get that. I
Yeah,
get
but
it.
Mo,
I get-
all right. Biggest evidence is Saturday night wearing open-toed shoes,
That's true, Dennis.
heels, in New York City, going to an event, and allegedly to show the foot is blown up and disgusting. You would not wear open-toed shoes like that.
It's true.
Maybe
Especially
it
if you
went
think you're a
down.
mado.
Maybe it
You
went
don't- you
down.
think-
Maybe she put the shoes on right before she got to the
He
place.
said it was still blowing up.
Now
today.
Monique's saying
he
it.
said it was still bad today. He
Boom!
said that. So
How do
they're
you like me
liars.
now?
I mean, they are, and you saw the rap that like a 5-year-old did. There was no doctor.
Exactly.
There was a 5-year-old that did that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or
totally.
Beth.
Yeah, I agree.
So there is no swelling in that foot. There's no skin coming off. That
That was the
is-
day
No,
after.
you're right. 'Cause,
That is
I mean,
embarrassing. There's no swelling. That is literally
there
the
would be-
rap.
Yeah, I mean, if it was legit, her entire there would be noticeable swelling.
It would be
there.
swollen all the way
I
down
mean,
to the ankle.
Yeah,
That's
there
the
would
way
be
it
something. It
swells.
would be noticeable. That's
All
just
right,
a
can
regular
we move
foot.
on from the fucking EpiPen? Can we please?
This is fun.
I agree with Linda
Okay.
Aries. She loves the 4 hours piece away from his bullshit. She
So
loves
the
when he
next
shows
clip
it.
is Beth in Artie chair. You want that one next?
Okay,
Oh,
so yeah,
please.
but yes, now we can
The
continue
Beth
on in
chair,
our
as I-
regular.
As I called it this morning, the Beth chair.
That's the EpiPen of
The
both.
best
Beth
chair,
chair,
right? So
yeah.
the get girl was like, "Oh my god, Beth is in the Artie chair," and it just
But I
made me
called it the Beth
chuckle.
chair first.
Of course, now it's the Beth chair, but she didn't sit
Beth
down,
chair.
as we'll figure out as we go through this. So here's the Beth and Howard show. Basically, is what this is. Thank you, Tone Cut. Love you, Monique. But after hearing all this talk about EpiPens, I need to carry my Narcan pen around now. Yeah, no shit.
There you go.
Bring in the drugs. Shane
Yeah.
says, I'm calling BS. My kid has severe allergies. We have several and one in every vehicle. Yes, I agree. And I understand that. But if you didn't know that you were allergic to something, and if it's bee specific, then you have a pen, I guess. I don't know.
Be specific.
Oh,
Be
please.
specific. I mean, how many do
Yeah,
you
be
buy?
more specific.
I mean, I've never been bitten by a bee. I've never
Stung.
been bitten by a bee. I've never been stung by a
Been
bee.
stung by a bee. Yeah.
I mean, I've been bitten by spiders, as you guys know. I mean, my arm has blown up like horribly, and I'm definitely allergic to them. But is her allergy something where she can't breathe or like her throat is closing? I mean, I just don't
Anaphylactic
understand.
shock.
Monique, hear what
Yeah.
the Sunflower Dragon writes. Joe Manchin's
Jesus.
daughter worked for the EpiPen company and got a huge bonus for double boxing them and raising the price. The old
Of course,
the
cunt move.
classic Manchin double dip right there in the EpiPen.
Wow, Sunflower
that's
Dragon. I was stung by 3 bees in a week. Doctors said their bee juice builds up in your system
Bee
each time you're
juice?
stung,
Bee
even
juice.
after years. Said stop getting
you're
stung.
The bee
The
juice
bee
immune
goes
bee juice.
dropping loads.
Bee juice. Bee juice.
That's a superhero origin, Sunflower Dragon. I should call you Yellow Jacket.
By the way, bees are awesome. So
Bees are awesome. I love
they
bees.
do.
I think save the bee. All right, so we're gonna go on. Here's Beth in her first in the RD chair as she is.
In the Beth chair. Come on the air. Come here, I'll tell you what I'm talking about. She's not in the middle of steps right now. Exactly. I was just calling you to come on the air. Oh, good. Okay. Here you look. I said you won't come down if you're not cute. I'm not cute. I love those glasses on you, by the way. Good morning. Put the volume up. You know how to do it. Come on. Show everyone. We've been practicing this. How's that? Is that good? Good girl. Yeah, make it a little. That's good. Did you like Goldilocks? Do it just right. Sweetheart, by the way, I love your outfit, the love t-shirt, the whole look looks great. I was just skipping poop on this outfit. I'm telling Robin about your bee sting. Oh, jeez.
I thought she wore a bathing suit to clean poop because then
Yeah.
she jumps right into the
Yes.
into
The
the
fucking
pool
washing
That's what it
Yeah.
said.
when
It
she's
said that it
done.
wore a bathing suit.
But you're right, David. Howard and Beth doing their 1940s murder mystery radio play, like she had to enter the room. Right? You want to hear the like.
that.
I mean, this whole
What-
I can't hear anything. Who does she think she is? Radio Gunk?
What about what Tamara Francois says? Maybe she got steroids for the inflammation from Marco Battaglia.
There you go.
Is that possible, Monique? Steroids for the inflammation? Is that a thing?
No,
you can't ask
you
me.
wouldn't.
Someone-
There's
pharmacist.
plenty of
She's a-
people. There's plenty of people in the chat who have gotten stung by bees, so they know better than I
Apparently,
for
You
sure.
wouldn't get maybe, but not intravenous is pretty. That's
Bill
pretty
O'Reilly.
severe.
it's a form of cortisone that they give you. It's just
Yeah, but
it makes
usually
the
just do
shit
an
go-
injection.
stop
You're
swelling.
done.
Tamara.
Yeah,
That's what I want.
absolutely, Tiger Lily. Robin hates the way Howard Baby talks. Beth.
Yes, Tiger
And it's
Lily.
true. It's like we practice this. You know how to put the headphones on and be a big girl and put the sound on them. You know how to do this. And she constantly
she is such a
constantly
Yes.
doesn't know how to do these things. It's like,
Yeah.
bitch, you've lived with him now for what,
Yeah,
23,
exactly.
24, 25 years? How do you not know how to use the fucking headphones by now? How?
I
How?
know.
But he enjoys this. He enjoys coddling her. The next clip is just as bad, too, to be honest with you.
Infantilizing her, is that the word?
Infantilism,
Beaverhausen.
yeah, of course. What
Miss
means Beaverhausen?
Beaverhausen's got it correct.
Oh, I was just talking about you before you joined the chat, saying
Beaverhausen.
that you're such a prolific
Brit broad.
Royal aficionado.
She's a Queen fan. Yeah, she's hashtag
She's
Queen.
a
Queen for life.
killer.
You can tell Robin hates Beefus the way she says "Good morning."
Yeah.
It's such a fake greeting that she doesn't
Condescending,
use for others. Yeah,
So
you're so right.
condescending.
You're so right. All right, so our next clip is queued up.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sir, run with it.
That's exactly right, Josh Foster.
And you're fuck how I didn't let you put the picture on Instagram because for your brand, it turned out. I mean, if you saw this, don't post it. I'm telling you, you're making a mistake. If you post that picture, people aren't going to believe that's a human. Yeah, but you don't want that. You're hot. You don't want people to think of you any less hot, right? I don't care.
He's so obsessed with overanalyzing her Instagram. She's so
Oh,
terrified
so-
something's gonna leak out from the bowling alley.
So I've checked its Instagram. It still hasn't posted this alleged pic though.
She said she was gonna
No,
post
it's,
it.
It's not there. No, it's not.
Yeah,
it's not
no.
there. No.
No.
There's a
But
lot
that's
of
her brand.
kittens. It's like kittens.
It's a brand. All right, so we're
Brand
gonna move on a little
and a
bit because
rabbit.
this is just a constant conversation. So it just
It keeps going.
I
Tiger
keep
Lily,
that.
you still with us?
No, Tiger Lily went to get more wine.
Hopefully.
Gurgle,
Okay.
gurgle, gurgle.
Or dashed in.
When you
Okay,
got,
go
I'm
for
just
it.
making sure, and I don't doubt that you don't have. There's no way you don't have it because it was actually on Twitter. The stuff about I've invested a lot in you, which correlates with your.
We have that.
Oh, you're
Okay,
so
okay,
cute.
okay.
Did you not read the?
I
clip
didn't.
Did you not read
notes?
the email?
Did you not read the email?
I was
on
too
Lotus
busy
Notes.
recording a piece from Variety about Ben Stern's
Oh,
obituary.
indeed,
was
can't
a-
wait to hear that.
No, I
Mary
didn't.
Page
No, I
and
knew
Patty
you. I
Mello.
knew you had it. I just want. I don't know. I got neurotic. That maybe. I don't know. I'll never doubt you again.
All right.
I didn't
Tiger
doubt
Lily's
you.
hooked up.
Yeah, okay, she's good to go. All right, go.
We're gonna have to talk him down. Should I call him? Does it sound so terrible? We tried out a bit. In other words, he lost the Emmy earlier in the evening. Will Arnett walked out with him and dragged Jimmy across the stage as if Jimmy got so drunk being so upset. And then the woman who won, Nadia's saying Jimmy is disrespectful to women because he didn't pop up and end the bit, and he took her moment away. The woman's, she's not upset. Listen, he tried to be interesting, whatever. Yeah, we'll watch it.
Shit.
Yeah, you do that. You do that. Didn't he just finish saying that he watched the Emmys, so he stayed up
Yeah, he
late
did.
so that he could
did.
watch
He
the
lied that he
Emmys?
watched. He does it all the time.
And this woman won like best supporting actress in a comedic role
played-
on a top 3 network
Show no
channel.
one's
So
seen.
that's got to be early in the show. I don't know.
I love the
So
move where he claims he gets
wait.
out of bed to watch these shows at 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah,
So
that's what
he-
he does.
He actually played the entire horrible acceptance speech by this woman.
Yeah, I
So
had to fast forward through that.
I mean, it was horrible. I mean, this woman has absolutely no ability to know what a crowd would want. There's
Yeah,
no.
but who gives a
it's-
shit? It's her
Howard,
award.
just-
It's her
just like
I
special
know, but
day.
it's just like this is what writing is now on shows. It's that bad.
Just like Howard Show, Dennis, no ability to know what the crowd wants.
None. Nothing.
Yep.
Oh my God, going back to the bee sting with Chaka Khan, the first thing they do when you go to the emergency room is give you fluids, no matter what bullshit you're there for. It makes hypochondriacs feel heard.
It's
You're
true.
so right. Oh
Good
my
point.
God,
Yeah.
that's so fucking true. She probably could have just gone to like CVS and gotten some Benadryl and would have been fine,
Yeah.
honestly. But whatever.
Drink some Pedialyte. It would have been okay.
Bees killed Bianca.
Use those 112 production benefits.
Yes, Jimmy lost, so he interrupted a winner's moment. It was insufferable and lame. It was just horrible. Be interesting on your own time. I love that. All right, so let's continue on and hear how sad Beth is about the whole bee thing. I don't know why these aren't in that order.
Yeah. Think about how she got all of a sudden out of nowhere, she's like sunning herself on the beach. Right. It's unbelievable. By the way, I was thinking about that and this whole thing with the EpiPen. I'm actually glad Robin said so. Oh, excuse me, someone's at the door. Let me.
You hear that, Scott Salem? Howard cares more about bees than your wife, Robin.
So are we to assume that all bees are female?
Yes.
Actually, all worker bees are female.
All worker bees, but
Yes.
all
All right. No. All right. So this is the way it works in bees. All right. The queen bee is female. The worker
Right.
bees are female. Males get born every once in a while to pollinate, to procreate, to make more bees. But
Right.
they only come out like once a year or every 6 months or so. But all the worker bees are female. I learned that.
Bees come out at night.
I learned that in high school.
Yeah, the
Oh.
pollinating on the beach, sunflower dragon. I know. I just,
Pollinating on an empty beach.
I am 1000% it was a yellow jacket and not a bee on the
I love
beach.
what Aaron
So it
Taylor
got
writes here.
bit,
An
not stung.
insufferable show, right?
It was probably a
insufferable people.
hypodermic needle.
Exactly.
Rewarding
New York Beach,
insufferable
right?
content.
Oh, you're way
What a-
behind
what a-
there, John, with the comments.
Sometimes I get caught up. The chat's so good that I can't move on.
Chat is
I
always
get-
so good.
Yeah, I get
Fairway
so.
Maiden says I've lived at the Jersey Shore for 30 years. I have never seen a bee on the sand.
No,
Yeah.
they don't go to the sand.
You're
Yeah.
more likely to see a foot inside a shoe on the beach in New York than you are a fucking bee.
Somebody's hand washing up on
Exactly.
shore before you see a bee.
Severed
That's
foot.
so true.
That swam in from Mastic Shirley's ocean.
As it should
Which
be,
is-
Shane, as it should be. They are female. The males are called drones. Their only purpose is reproduction. As it should
Exactly.
be,
It's a
sir.
man's world.
Ironically, Beth is the
Yeah,
can't have kids.
she's the
There you
drone.
go.
All right, so we're
See
gonna move
drones
on a little
on.
bit, and this is talking about her being thin, correct? Is that what we're on?
It's
It
painful.
is titled Beth bothered about the comments.
The thin comments. Okay, so let's talk
Yeah.
about this for a quick second. So, as you know, yesterday we had posted these pictures of Beefus,
Oof.
right? The back, the front. She's
Fat
so proud
ass.
of
Oh,
herself.
Jesus.
She's
Loves
so
it, loves it, loves
proud.
it.
So proud,
thin
right?
from the waist up.
Oh, Dennis, while we're doing this next clip, would you be able to pull the one that Gary Puppet had from today? So that it's on the site. It's the one with her with a kitten, and she literally looks like her tendons are popping out of her.
Oh, that one. Yes.
her neck.
I'll grab
So if you
that
can find
right
that
now
while we're
because that
playing
was
this.
disturbing.
So she posted that after this conversation. Okay, so it's just kind of ridiculous. Here we go.
Yeah, someone wrote that on her Instagram. She was wearing a dress the other night. She went to her friend's wedding, and congratulations, Joe. They said she was too bony, and they started telling her to eat a hamburger, and then she yelled back at them. I said, "Don't even eat it. No, listen to them. You look good. Every day I'm with big fatsos, 500, 600 pounds. You should be lucky to be on the best diet. I bet you eat 1,200 calories a day, right? More, for sure, more. Yeah, she's very active. Yeah, she does the work.
Bullshit.
Skeleton
Bullshit.
Twins, you love every second of that. You love it. You love every bit of it.
Skeletor.
All I
Skeletor does
know
not eat 1,200 calories a day.
is
There's
No, of
of
course
the,
not.
way on God's green earth it does.
of the
No
people
way.
I've worked with who are, semi-famous, the ones that have the eating habits described
Can
by
you blow it
Beth
up, babe?
are the
Sure.
ones that binge and purge.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not saying that
Yep.
she does.
Eat
but,
one
you
meal
know.
a day, right?
Yeah,
Fast
and
for
you
3
just-
days.
oh my
This
Look
is
at that.
Yeah.
the same
Look at that
day. This
sinew.
is what she posts
Look
today.
at that sinew.
Now, are you going to tell me that the reason she's showing you the kitty cat in her hair is for the kitty cat, or to show you I mean, it's just horrific. I
Yep.
have no
looks-
idea what's going on there.
Does it have a cornetto around its neck? What the?
The hell
What is
is
that
it?
necklace?
It's for
that a
the
horn?
Malaluka. She doesn't even know what
Yeah.
it's for.
It
She-
would not know what that's for. That's weird. But look at the
Yeah.
sinew. Look at that sinew. I mean,
It's
that is
disgusting.
that's
She's trying to be model
sinew.
thin, but she has big bone structure. That's
That's
true.
not
She
model
cannot be
thin.
quinoa.
That's sinew, man. That's just nasty.
It is
Holy-
nasty. It
Look at that.
is
You can put
nasty.
soup in those clavicles. Look at that. You can serve in those clavicles.
And what's going on over here? What's these two little tendons? What's this thing on
These
the
things
top?
right here.
Yeah, what's that?
I don't know. I've never seen that on
What
a
part
human
of the body is
before.
that?
What the fuck that is? That's just scary. You know, it reminds me of one of the Star Trek creatures from like Deep Space Nine.
Yes. Yes.
This is body
Jesus.
dysmorphia that Japanese animation pencilists can't portray properly.
It's
These are
horrible.
lines
Oh,
you
wow.
can't animate.
This is an illness. This is an illness,
That's
and
sickness.
she loves it. Wait until we get to it, because there's like a discussion about her food habits and shit like that. It's
Fucking
really
Hey,
kind of
hey,
atrocious.
It's the height of
Can I share
humble brag.
one picture real quick?
Yes.
Sure.
This is literally what the first thought that came to me.
All right. Tell me when you're ready.
Go ahead.
It is shared now.
Yeah, exactly.
That-
Bodies.
That's the
bodies
goal
is
weight.
exact-
That's
you
X.
look-
That's the goal
If
weight.
you go
That's
back
right.
and forth, I mean,
can't.
this guy's fatter.
Oh, I
This
can't.
body
I
guy's
mean, you want me to
fatter
share
than
it
she
again?
is.
Sure. All right, so we see that. That's what it looks like. Hold on, and then we'll share
Okay.
this.
Please do.
Okay. This is way too much work.
It is, but you know, there's a point. I
I'll
guess.
stop sharing. Here, this one.
There we go. And there it is.
Okay. Let me get to it. Hold on.
Flip to it,
I'm getting there. Hold on, Jesus Christ.
and there it is.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Look at that. I mean, look
It's
at
brutal.
Tiger
Like
Lily's
even
so
the
right.
body dude is fatter than she is.
They
not
seemingly
even close.
both enable their own eating disorders. Is the
Oh,
way
they
it's
love
held
it.
in
And
with
they feed off of each other literally. It's
do.
just kind of disgusting the
Yeah.
way they do that.
Here, that leads us to our next clip. Can you get
Yes.
that
Yes, there it
fired
is.
up?
Oh, Jesus. The next two clips.
Kardashian.
So yeah,
Yeah,
so
hang on,
she's
hang on, let me,
she yeah, so she talks just a little bit about, of course she eats. Of course, I take this very, very I take kinesiology in college. I have no idea what that is. Yeah, nobody does.
What
All
a
right, here we go.
dimwit.
Yeah.
Jesus. Okay.
That's a
So,
great post by
okay.
Dorian Morgan.
I love this. Going
I
to
love it
Hershey's
too.
for chocolate is like going to McDonald's for ground beef.
That's so good.
Absolutely.
That's so good.
I actually commented in the listening thread that Hershey's is the shittiest chocolate you could buy.
I mean,
it
it's
really is.
great if you're like 7 and it's Halloween.
Yeah.
Right, but I
1000%, because that's the
Real
good stuff.
chocolate, it's garbage. I mean,
But
it is.
for fuck's sake, I mean, even Godiva is in the shit category at this point.
Yeah, I
Everybody
mean-
knows that good chocolate is like, such a fucking treat. And the
Exactly.
fact that she eats the shit chocolate
Yeah.
is just amazing
But
to
wait
me.
a minute. It's a Pittsburgh Kennedy. How can it be eating shitty chocolate?
Exactly. I love that. I love the Pittsburgh Kennedy references.
I
So
love that.
awesome.
I wanna
HK
feed
Finn
us.
says,
We
I
know
used
that
to be a
M&Ms are not a
competitive
Hershey product.
cyclist, and you'd see these guys who just weren't built for it and chose the wrong sport. Their bodies
Interesting.
just couldn't get lean enough, and they looked ill. Beth is
Ah,
very similar.
Very interesting.
that's
huh?
that's
good.
That's a
I
good
like-
analogy. All right, so
David
listen to.
writes.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. He just writes. He goes, God, I feel like her vocal cords are going to burst. Her vascular system in her neck. It's so disturbing. It's true. Like
It's
when she
disturbing as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's horrible. He also said, I want seafood. Let's go to Long John Silver's.
speaks.
Exactly, same
True.
thing.
That's
Same
still
thing.
around.
Oh, Godiva is owned by Whitman Chocolates. I didn't know that. I did not know that.
Oh, that explains everything.
Give me the Alaskan king crab at Long John Silver's.
Exactly.
That's-
Did Howard call Mr. Hershey to get another one?
Exactly. He called Mr. Hershey. Well,
Willy Wonka.
so
Exactly.
he
Yeah,
wanted,
right.
he wound up going on online and ordering just like all separate things so that she could have like her dream come true and have all this shit. So listen.
Robin, I called Count Chocula to give us pure uncut chocolate.
Dr. Bob. Oh, that's awesome.
You are going to play the clip, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, there's a clip.
So now, I mean, I'm like,
He watches me. Like,
I watch her
he's
eat it.
right next to
I eat a plum. I eat a plum while she eats it.
Who's Plum?
He watches her eat. So
And
he
eats a
buys
plum.
all this chocolate for her and watches her eat. And it was weird wording that he used before, right? When
Yeah.
when it was finished, when it was all done. What did he write? What did he say? It was just really weird the
Yeah.
way Howie Wonka and the CVS quality chocolate factory.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like disgusting food. That's honestly that's like
Anorexic voyeurism, anorexic bulimic, creepy
so weird.
Hershey's voyeurism is what.
So
way
he
he's
eats
described.
Ralph's. So he eats Ralph's plum. Though. He watches.
Lemon food.
yeah. So then they
Watch
start
her
talking
eat
about
chocolate.
how, and she says to him something like, "Well, you know how I stay in shape, and it's obviously it's because of the cats." And so he just starts to tell us all about the fact that she left him alone, and he was responsible for taking care of the cats. So he tells us a little bit about that.
Okay, David, I don't know how you're not fat. I don't get it. Well, you figured out how I'm not fat. Yeah, Beth went into the city, left me in charge of her cats for one morning. Yeah. Fuck, if I wasn't sweating like a bitch. I wake up and she had like told me what I needed to do. Yeah. And I was like, well, I can do this. This isn't too hard. Well, first things first, I get up, the cats are like yelling at me. Like, meow, 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 meow. Like, where the fuck have you been? Because I slept in a bit. And then she wasn't here. And we're supposed to be eating now. Yeah, I'm at the floor. Yeah. Breakfast is 4. And I'm like, oh, shit. So they're yelling at me. So we got upstairs cats and downstairs cats, because sometimes our downstairs cats don't get along with the upstairs cats. Okay, so we got them all sectioned off. And the house has gates all over the place. Don't ask what's going on. Sometimes I walk downstairs, it's like, I gotta know the password just to get into the kitchen.
So what's curious to me about this whole thing is that she's saying she's up at what, 4? Because
4.
one of her cats eats at 4 in the morning. Pebbles, which is a cat she's had for a while, so it's not like
Yeah,
this is a new cat.
They're
And can you not
self-sufficient.
leave food out for cats?
Right. It's
You-
very
you-
No, I'm just
wait,
asking.
to have them as they're
Wait.
self-sufficient.
So, first of all, you a lot of times you can't because cats will like gorge and whatever. But cats can be trained to know when you wake up. You don't have to go around their schedule. This is insane. Literally, Consuela is feeding the cats. Consuela is
Exactly.
cleaning up after the cats. Howard and Beth are not doing those things.
Absolutely.
This isn't. I mean, this literally is insanity. Upstairs cats,
And also-
downstairs cats. Like,
And then the room with the feral cats, with the rent-a-cats, which
Yeah,
there's
with
she
the
has like
rent-a-cats, which
18 of
is-
them currently.
yeah,
18.
it's a whole nother.
Can't-
It's a whole thing.
like
and-
Can't the average cat just leave like a 6-foot gate like it's nothing?
That's
So
what
what-
there's a
absolutely.
sunflower dragon just
So
said. A
what
gate
the
is not
fuck are they
keeping out a
putting
cat.
It's bullshit.
Yeah, I don't know what gates are keeping cats out. I don't
Xavier,
understand
don't
at all.
ask. Xavier,
Don't
don't
ask.
ask.
Don't ask.
He has- he has
gato fuera. No, kitty fuera.
Beth vacuums and changes litter. No, but don't you remember that Beth also? Oh, Dennis, can you please? We didn't show it yesterday. We were talking about this.
Which
Can
one?
you please find the Beth at the quadruple washing machines?
Oh yeah,
picture?
yeah. That was
that
right. I
possible
saw
to
that
find?
too.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
She's bragging about doing laundry, Dennis, and she's
In her
got
bathing
six.
suit.
And
It's on
they show you
Stupidgram?
just yes on Instagram. Yes,
Hold
Right.
on,
So
let
she
me look
basically
for-
she's wearing a bathing suit and
to
like
show you
some
in a
sort
bathing
of
suit,
weird
right? As
gauze.
an excuse to show you in a bathing suit.
Oh shit,
schmata.
that's so long ago. I can't just look on Instagram.
It's like last week. It's like a week. and a
it'd
Yeah,
be-
but that's
half
like 500 pictures ago.
Yeah, I
It's
know,
fine.
I know, I know.
Pick those ago.
Yeah. Well, we'll play a little something whilst you're looking for that.
I'm looking.
Oh,
She's
no,
so
because
thirsty.
the next clip is the best clip of the entire day, and I'm so excited to play it for you guys.
Please.
So he's basically talking about
I wanted
you
to
know,
the
her
dump.
getting COVID, and they went back into the whole scenario about how they're going to start going back into the city and start eating in indoor restaurants and blah 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 blah. Oh, look at Ida Greenfield. What are you saying?
What side is
Chaka,
it saying?
I believe it's called the sternocleidomastoid muscle.
It's a real.
Nice.
I believe it's a real thing. Only in Chicago.
Oh my
probably is.
god. Oh my god.
Look out, we have a physiologist in the room.
Look out. Okay, so
Look out!
we have to play this clip. It's so much more
What is it?
important than her in her bathing suit washing laundry or doing
Hold on,
the
I'm still trying to
laundry.
look for it.
But this is
It's-
really yes, they have 4 washing machines. What is she, a Duggar?
Possibly more than that. There's 2 people on that.
Oh, here it
house,
is.
too.
I found it. Holy
my
shit!
goodness.
I found it.
Oh, I'm
Oh
so
my-
excited. Okay, so blow it up a little bit
So
for us, please.
embarrassing. Holy fuck! Oh, I forgot about that. Holy shit! This is so embarrassing.
I love Howard
Everyone.
claiming he was sweating. during him.
Sweating.
Yeah, he's sweating
Howard's
since
never
he-
sweating his entire
Benjamin says
life.
we're beating a dead Beth.
There it is.
Okay,
It's
so
ready.
check this out. Check this out, you guys.
Do we
Here
blow it
go.
up or is it good?
There you go.
Well, just read to us what she says.
All right. So you want to read it in Beth's voice?
Whatever you
you want.
Sure, why
Not
not?
a kitten post, but I'm sharing where I spend a lot of time each day, where I have so many fosters. I
Oh,
like
okay.
to refresh each one of their areas daily with clean bedding and towels and blankets. The laundry room is second office next to my desk computer where I read applications and rescue requests. You can find me in foster room at my desk or the laundry room. I'm usually in the bathing suit so I can jump into the pool after I clean litter boxes. And there's a bunch of
Okay,
Freaking
so can we
ridiculous
talk about
emojis.
this picture just
I
for a quick question?
love
Let's do
doing
that.
laundry.
Okay, how high is the person taking this fucking picture?
Who's
Like,
taking the picture?
seriously,
Right, right.
How
That's a
where
great
are you
question,
taking
Monique.
this picture from?
Phenomenal
Howard.
observation. I didn't
Holding
even
it
think
over
of
his
that.
What is
head.
that?
That's so
That's
true.
Howard.
That's
but that,
6'8"
but
Howard taking
it's
it.
abnormal. It's abnormally high.
So is he.
He could be
and
on a
you know-
stool taking it, and
involved.
Howard's 6'8".
No, he
so-
raised his arms
Yeah.
up. He's 6'8".
Or raise
and
his
the
arms
whole
up, yep.
reason
I-
was
I
so
have a
that we
feeling
could
they
see
use a
her
stool.
whole body in this
Ralph
small
Howard's shoulder.
room.
That's a great point.
Shoulders.
Great observation, Monique. I didn't even think of that.
That's
How is
the
it so
problem
raised?
here.
That shot is
It's
from
the-
7 feet up.
Yeah, because she's basically in a laundry room with two washers, two
washing
dryers for
machines.
2 people.
2 twats, right?
I'm pretty sure they put that into Beth's Furry Friends for
You think?
That's
Receipts.
the most you're
part
ever
of
going to
the-
get on that house, too. They're never going
Wait.
to get any more of that Castle Gay
That's right.
skull. It's it.
That's
Do you
right.
think that was part of the 500 grand right there?
Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
like 10 grand right
Absolutely
there,
part of the
baby.
miscellaneous.
Benjamin writes, Lucas Delabate took that pick. What a waste of height, as my basketball brother
Totally.
would say.
Totally.
Well, I mean, Howard
Him and
is
Jackson
6'8". But Howard's 6'8". So if he holds it above his head, it's like over 7
Still,
feet.
but that's pretty good. That's
Shh.
framed up.
That is
There's no
framed
way-
up.
so
There's no way fucking that monster could
10 of
get
them.
that shit framed.
Yes, we all wear pink ruchy bikinis when doing the laundry.
Oh,
I'm wearing one
absolutely.
right
And
now.
coveralls.
You're wearing one right now, Xavier?
I am. Did you
you
never
know?
know? I have to jump in the pool.
Yeah, and you just right, exactly. You just never
Yeah,
know when
jump
a
in the
cat's
pool
gonna
after.
piss on you, and you have to jump
Oh,
in the
my.
pool. And why
And
is she
think
jumping
about
in the
that. That's
pool
her-
like full of like cat piss and shit? Like
That's her
that's
idea of
disgusting.
hygiene.
Go in the
Jump pool.
shower.
Monique, Josh Foster with a brilliant Jewish joke over here. Maybe they have,
maybe they have a separate one for the Jewish
Jew-
laundry.
Kosher.
Oh.
laundry. That's so funny.
All right, so here's
Jeez.
the clip of the day. And
clip of the
this
day?
is Howard talking to Beth about the investment he's made in her. I'm hoping this is the clip, right? Is this it?
I care about you. Do you know how much money I have invested in you? I've known you 25 years. I mean, I don't need you being taken out by a bee for all my investment. You know? Oops. Anyway.
Play that again. Please
Oops.
play it again. She had no words for him.
Fucking lutely.
Silence.
This is like he's talking about fucking 1986 Ford Escort.
As soon as I got off, you said investment.
That's like 40 acres and a mule type shit.
You ain't kidding.
All right. So let's just simple do the math. No gazintas at this point. That's 1997 or 96. 25 years. Wait a minute. You thought you met in 2001? That's not 25 years ago.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine the fight they
Investment.
must have had when they got off air for that
I
one?
know.
That
I
was
think
that
that
was
too.
that was a
That
cunt thing
silence
to
is
say.
everything.
Seriously, that was
You could
just
hear the silence and beef and how angry it was because nothing
That's
worked.
exactly right. It means I own you, basically. So
That's right.
But
But you
dragon.
gotta remember that is all the failed shows, all the failed careers,
Yep.
all
Deep
the
cable.
failed everything,
Yep.
and nothing worked except
Yeah. You know, if anybody remembers the classic movie Soylent Green, because the best thing they ever said in that fucking movie is when this guy was killed in his high-rise apartment, because everybody else basically ate humans. Spoiler. And when they went there, the cop goes to the other cop. It's like, what do you want to do with the furniture? And it's like, they come with the apartment. And it was the girls. The girls were the beautiful girls. They were known as the furniture. And so that's what we used to call like these slutty hoe girls when we were out at clubs. And we would be like, oh my God, check out the furniture over there. But yeah, that's what they were known as.
Yes, Jeremy
furniture.
Harrelson and Randy
Beef is his
Marsh.
furniture.
All the plastic, the nose job, the boob job, the Botox, all the plastic. That's exactly the investment. That's absolutely. God knows what that runs up.
plus all the photo shoots, all
Yeah.
the failed TV shows, all the failed media.
The MasterCard
That's a
commercial.
lot of money.
Entertainment
That's a
Tonight.
lot of money.
Access
Yes, men like
Hollywood,
men like him will always see people as money.
Yeah,
Yes. And so that is what he invests in. That's what his parents were to him. That's what his kids are to him. That's what his
Yes.
wife is to him.
No one's an
It's
equal.
all about how much money did he invest in Ashley so that she could be a nurse practitioner? She went to 5 different fucking colleges
schools
and
than
then
Van
finally
Wilder.
decides to go back and become a nurse. Like, how much money do you put into a daughter on the other coast who decides she's going to be a social worker and has to
Yeah.
go back and get her master's. Like, how much money? It's an investment. That's his
How
investment.
much money do you put into a daughter that sings really weird religious songs in Baltimore?
And at the
does
end
she
of the
have
day,
a
does it
degree?
really
What's
matter?
her degree in? I don't even know.
A super Jew? I don't know.
But
It was Jewish. No, it was Jewish studies. That Jewish play and the things is all about
No,
Judaism.
you know what? That reminds me. I think she went to NYU.
She
I think
went
she
to
did.
Tisch.
Oh, she maybe Tisch School of well, that's NYU. I think Howard invested in Beth as a decoy to attract all the Gen X producers that were fake attracted to her on her failed show, so Howard could fap to it later. He invested in cucking. Beautiful, deliciously said.
Yum
I
yum.
love it.
But
Yeah.
what does she
Canada,
expect?
hey, she dates
Listen,
successfully.
when I feed my fish at
Men.
night, they don't complain about being fish. She's fucking.
Yeah.
She is property.
Property, my property.
She is property.
And my furniture. All right, cue up the next clip, sir, please.
Sorry. It's too busy wallowing in that.
See, you have to multitask. This is like an ongoing thing,
Oh,
sir.
whoa. It's actually ready to go in. Okay. No, you should fire me. Listo pa Jalisco.
Okay, so this is them talking about going back to the city again for the 27th time. See, so he's trying to convince himself. What?
Shellback's Club goes, it's Beth's worst investment than Sirius stock. Classic Shellbacks.
Oh my god. this week in Mo's RG hosting boot camp. I'm gonna come in like undercover boss one day with like a mustache and a baseball cap. And we'll leave when he's on vacation. And then see how they run the show by themselves. They'll all start talking bad about me and shit. I got mouths to feed. This man gave me shit. Okay, here we go. That's on you, Xavier.
I love the Lincoln
just
Project
play it.
idea.
You didn't have it up?
What?
I saw it for a second.
Wait. Ay.
Ay,
Está
ay,
loca.
ay.
Siempre
Ay,
nunca
ay,
está listo
ay.
cuando yo tengo la
Oh,
listo.
shit.
I love the Lincoln
Basta
Project
el
idea.
lingüista.
Tú cállate.
With a J-
Ahí.
You cállate. Okay.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm watching the Emmys. Nobody's wearing a mask. We got to plan. My wife are going to get that new vaccine that deals with the new variants. Yeah, but that's saying, from restaurant doors and cheats. So I guess I'm going to get Omicron, whatever it is. COVID. She's telling you to stop fucking yourself into these things. Well, what am I going to do? She wants me to go places. I'm happy here in the house with her. Fine. You're going to be fine. That's the thing to say, too.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, he doesn't want to do it. Like, he doesn't want to go into the city.
Do you know why?
Yeah, why?
Because
They
if he
have to
goes
go to
into the city, then Sirius is going to go, why can't you come to work?
Of course, but he keeps bringing it up now, which means that Sirius is probably saying to him, you got to get your fucking ass
You need to
back
come
into
to
the
work.
office.
You
So,
work.
it can work both ways. He's either trying to convince us that he's doing it on his own accord, or he's not doing it on his own accord, but he's trying to make it sound like he is.
He does not want to come back to that studio ever again.
Jeremy
yeah, go ahead.
Harrelson Monique goes, by the way, I couldn't help but notice Howard, she's talking about Emily. In Emily's latest YouTube video, she has 3 times as much gray hair as Howard has now.
Yeah, oh my God, that's so
That's
true.
true. It's so true.
Yeah.
I didn't even put
Let's
that
pull
together.
that up for tomorrow's show. I
please.
don't
I
want to
saw
do
that
that
too.
now.
And I saw,
Since we're getting
how
late
is
in
that
the game.
possible? Oh, but,
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to move on a little bit and talk about
Great
something that
grandpa's
we have talked about so many times on this show, about how we always say that she dreams about going to the Met Gala. So I
does,
wanted to
yes.
just touch on this a little bit because they talked about
Yeah,
it
this-
during the show today.
as
By
you
the way,
would
Monique, can
say-
you just tell us, just give us a little landscape? So the Millennium Towers are directly over where the Met Gala is in Lincoln Center, right?
Yes.
So she's looking at the fucking thing and she can't go to it.
No, the Met Gala is not
Isn't it
at
Lincoln Center?
No, the Met Gala is at the Metropolitan
Met.
Museum.
Oh, is that
of
the
Art.
actual Met? Okay, I thought they
It's at
moved
the
it
Met.
to Lincoln Center.
Yeah, it's actually at the Met.
Sorry.
As
Listen,
Shea
it doesn't
Stadium.
matter how far away it is. She would wear her finest, frilly, froofy fucking gown. And all right, so let's play it. Let's just hear what she has to say about it. It's a little fuzzy, babe. I don't know why.
yeah, that
We got the
T-Mobile
gist, though.
Wi-Fi ain't working. So good.
Virgin Mobile. Beth's Beth's biggest nightmare is to have Howard without the access. This is not the
Yes.
contract she signed up for, and this is her
Oh,
biggest nightmare that it's gone to this, and she can't have the
this
access.
this conversation is so incredibly telling because
Totally.
Beefus is done with this because it thought it was signing on to be able to go to the Met Gala. It literally thought it would be able to go to it.
That's the goal. I mean, that's the
And
only reason she's with him.
it has not ever gone to it, and it will never go to it.
And it's
And
right in the city.
Well, I think he tried to indulge her at first. Like, remember, she joined the Film Society of New York so she could go to
Yes.
all of those like movie openings and
But
all that
still,
shit.
Dinner
But
and a movie.
he tried to insinuate her into that society, but it didn't work.
Right.
It just
well,
didn't
nobody
work.
likes it. I mean,
Not
it's
only that,
unlikable.
but like even the fact that she had to be pictured during like the AGT finales and stuff like that on the what's it called, the step and whatever,
Stepping out.
step and
Step and
fetch,
repeat. Step and
step and repeat, right?
Not
And
step
so
and fetch.
I'm just kidding.
the fact that she had to be photographed there, you didn't see Howie Mandel's wife photographed
No.
there. You didn't see, anybody else's person.
But that
Just
was Howard introducing Beefus to the world. Remember, he said that when he did the AGT. That was Beefus being introduced to the world. That was the whole part of it being on the step and repeat with the ridiculously horrible outfits that it wore.
Exactly. And you're right, Brian. When Janu, the Met Gala, everybody pays
Exactly.
to go. Everybody pays to go to the Met Gala.
Yes.
And happily, they happily pay. If you get invited, you're happy to pay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Howard, it isn't about not paying. Howard does not get invited. Absolutely does not.
He'll never
Yeah,
get
it's not
invited.
about
there.
paying.
What's
It's not
in it
about
for
paying.
them? Yep.
It was a
It's
best
not only about
until-
paying. He doesn't get invited. He can't go. So I
Yeah.
mean,
They don't want him there, but don't you see the manipulation? He's thinking that if
gaslighting.
he says the right things that liberals want to hear about Trump,
Mhm.
about this, about that, and
That he
makes
may
himself
get an
relevant,
invitation.
that maybe an Anna Wintour would look at him and say,
Yes.
"Oh, he's topical. He's trending. He's
No.
trending. He's
This is my
Anna
trending."
Wintour
impersonation of
looks
a
at him
Hollywood
and
liberal.
goes, "This is Anna Wintour looking at him."
No. Yeah,
Yeah, that's-
exactly.
That's literally like, no, he's never going to be invited. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and he's never happily paying. You're exactly right,
No,
Sunflower Dragon. It's just
neither one
not
of
gonna
those are
happen.
happening.
Yeah. All right. So I have a new clip. Yeah. So we're still continuing on about the Met Gala. So let's continue talking about that.
Basic
So-
bitch. Basic
My
bitch.
boyfriend,
At it
my
again.
boyfriend wears a dress. Who's
Yep.
that? The one I like listening to.
White
So-
stage.
Like
Basic bitch.
this.
Howard.
Who talks like this in the real world?
Nobody does. So Howard said he would never wear a dress. Hold on, share this. So,
Well, yeah.
That's doing the mouth.
Not
I mean,
anymore.
he
could
wore,
do a
but
lot
he
more
wore
than that.
dresses all the time
Yep.
because he likes them.
Not
I mean,
anymore,
this is on
sir.
Letterman. That was on a late night talk show. He wore a dress. In
Yeah,
his
Harry
book, he wore a
Styles
dress.
Harry Styles is singularly responsible for the incredibly disturbing trend of men wearing pearls. And it really bothers me that this is a trend, but nonetheless it
Ooga.
is. I see it all the time in the
Ooga.
city. And it's just like a really weird thing. But the fact that they talk to each other this way is probably the way they really talk to each other. Ergo, that's the way she talks with her friends too. Like she is probably so devoid of intelligent chat.
No.
Yes,
Beef?
Beth math. She has the mind of a 12-year-old retard and the body of a 6-year-old. Therefore, Harry
Harry
Styles.
Styles. Okay.
I think
And
how
you're
Beth
right,
really
Christopher.
talks to him is that stupid name game song he was singing to her. She got on the air, and I think she was in a
Oh,
limo, and
God.
she said, "I hate your guts," and it wasn't done in any kind of irony. It was vitriol, and I think that's how she truly talks to him. Because I
Yeah,
hate
it
you.
doesn't like
The
him, but
gasp
it
and
knows it
everything.
needs him.
Yep.
It needs him.
I hate you.
Of course it needs him. Okay, so Sunflower Dragon likes the pearls. Yeah, okay.
Not on
I'll
dudes.
give you a pearl
I
necklace.
guess if you're like
I'm
a
gonna-
22-year-old guy who weighs like 114 pounds, like Timothée Chalamet or one of those guys, I see it. I'm okay with it. But when I see it on like The Bachelorette, I don't think I'm really into it. I'm just not.
So
it's
yeah,
just-
I'm gonna go down to the social club and I'm gonna go with some pearls. Let's see how that runs out.
oh, I dare you. And I'd like you to take pictures, and I'd like you to videotape it for us.
Beat the hell out of me before I leave.
Okay, so we're almost done. We have 2 more clips. I have no idea how much more I have to get to with John's stuff, but let's
You
go
can
through
save it
this
for
really
tomorrow if
quickly.
you want. I mean, I'm not gonna force you to go. longer.
Well,
One of them, I think that the Variety article that Feeney read is way too long to end it with. I think that's way too involved. I think we should save it for tomorrow.
We can say that. I love you. I love you. Just call in and told Howard that you have to have you on more because you have a civilizing message on you. And I love to hear you. Please come on more. Because I come on. I love to hear you. I love to hear you. Yeah, I know. She's trying to get me. She's nervous too. We're both kind of weirded out by the whole thing. I went to a wedding the other day. I'm going to lunch with girlfriends. Okay, you're outside though. And now what are we going to do?
Was that Marcy Turk's voice?
So
could be,
I want you to
Dex.
jump to the next one because of course this
improv
is
train.
classically how she ends every single time she
Oh my
is
God.
leaving the
I gotta
studio.
Yeah.
This is
And
good.
so we need to play that. So hold on a second. Let me get back to you so that I can put this on. All right, tell me when you're ready, babe.
Only
Now.
Dennis and Gail Gadot look good in a tiara.
I actually have it here. I didn't bring it. I'm sorry.
All right, listen to Beth, classic Beth Strionic personality. Here we go.
To take a break. I got to pish.
Yeah, I'm getting
Oh, I
lightheaded.
hate
Later.
the old lightheaded smoke pellet
Fuck.
grapple away.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck off.
Lighthead.
I'm every time.
All right, so I think I'm going to save Mr. Feeney for tomorrow.
Yeah, it's way involved.
But we can just do a little highlight of who Jill Martin is, so you can see exactly what it is that she
That's
went
only
to.
friend.
That's really Beth's only friend.
Belle would really add. Look what I brought you as a gift.
What? Oh,
Carvel.
Jill is so great. You talk about, you know how always had a good gift, Robin. Jill does too. I had Jill over one night because
I was out of town.
Good doctor.
Jill and I had a great night.
First of all, this item really
That's early Beth face, by the way.
Yeah.
That's Beth like 1.5.
I totally know Jill's work. She's the hot broad for MSG. I didn't realize that.
Wow, thanks.
Well, 'cause I
you
watched-
can have 2 flying saucers.
By the
I
way,
watched the Knicks game.
Thank you.
Jill, we were watching a movie.
Jill went to a
and
better
Jill brought
plastic
over flying
surgeon than
saucers
Beth.
from Carvel, which
Well,
was
that was
great.
nice. Yeah.
You know what
made
was
it-
so cool? And like I said this to them is that's when I knew we would become good friends because I walked in and people would bring to them, fancy cupcakes or I said, you know what? I was in sweatpants. They invited me over to watch a movie. I said, I'm going to bring Carvel. And I walked in and they said to me, wow, this is the coolest gift ever.
Not they, I said.
Howard. Well,
Oh,
Beth,
he actually ate
Beth
them.
was asleep.
No, I was sick that night. Yeah,
You're always sick,
remember?
honey.
That was a great movie, though.
That was good. We saw a good movie. Now, let me.
Okay. Yeah, Beth is always sick.
At
Did
the
you
end
hear
of
that?
this, Monique, Fred goes and blames, really genuinely says, Howard, you enable. They're shoving ice cream sandwiches flying saucers at Artie. And Fred at the end goes, you really do enable him. And it wasn't done in any kind of tongue in cheek. It was like, because this came off, I sent you another clip. You don't have to play it.
Wow.
We could play it tomorrow of Norm Macdonald accusing the Stern Show of enabling Artie in drugs in every single way. And it ties into that. I had no idea because Fred goes, you really do enable him.
Okay, let me see this.
Wow, these girls are rolling in dough.
They're
And that is the
designer
theme.
clothes.
That's the theme of the tirade.
But don't ask me how much my shoes cost.
How much did those cost?
I'm not even saying.
Wow. Now, also, you see, Artie, I was thinking of Jill for you because you always say, does Beth have any single friend? Are you eating?
Yeah.
Oh, give him a
Could
flying
you-
saucer.
Wait, Could you stop eating so you can make an introduction?
Look at these. Have you ever seen these?
No, I love those. But
You've seen them?
Howard's got me into this new lunch.
Are you eating lunch already?
No.
Dessert.
I love these. These
I
know.
got to say one thing.
Yeah.
We are enabling. I think we are enablers.
Right.
Look
What?
at that.
Artie's eating his
No,
lunch.
I didn't bring it. Jill brought it.
No,
It's literally
Yeah.
like feeding the fucking gorilla
Yeah.
at the zoo.
Good for you,
Yeah, it
Fred.
is.
I'd never heard him stand up like that. He's absolutely right. I
You know?
hadn't heard that. I didn't
Jesus
see.
Christ.
Did you like the humble brag about her shoes? Was that an investment
Yes.
by Howard?
Yeah, that was a bit they did. Actually, they were going to the Tyra Banks show and they were bragging about how they can tell you how to look like them for under $20. There was some bit they were doing.
Right on.
Like, they go into TJ Maxx. I'm serious. That's how they met.
Jesus Christ.
Those
Should I
shoes
play-
probably cost
The
like
next
$5,000.
clip is
To
her.
say-
What is going on?
What?
No, go ahead. I'm sorry. It was
They
the
red
next bit is
soles
she
on 'em. Oh my
reveals that she had a
God.
relationship with Steve Gutenberg, who lives in Howard's building, but they don't bring up the fact that Gutenberg lives in Howard's building.
I don't know if you know all the
Monique, how
details
much
when
are
I
those
email
shoes?
you.
I don't know what she's
call
wearing.
you
How
about
can I tell?
everything. She's got a lot of dates, but her most memorable date, Jill's the
She's an
mysterious woman that
instigator.
used to date Steve Gutenberg.
Oh, you dated Steve Gutenberg. That's
Really?
right. I do know that. Honey, you
I
remind
see
me.
him a lot, you know.
Yeah.
You do?
Well, we go to the
Okay.
same gym, yeah.
We had him on the air,
he
and
works out.
he admitted he has a huge penis.
He did it.
Oh, I heard that interview.
Yeah.
It makes perfect sense that
course.
this one, this Jill one,
Yep.
would get in good with this one.
Yes.
Thing one, like thing two,
two,
would
right.
get in good with thing one so that she
Yes.
can be in their vortex,
Yep.
in
Yep.
their stratosphere. And of course, Beth loves the fact that thing two would want to be friends with her because
Yep.
she's never even had a friend even remotely as self-important as fucking Jill
That's right.
Martin is.
Yeah.
So
So
this is a boon for her. What, babe?
So this broad was getting that police academy money.
Yeah, she talks about that. I don't.
I don't know anything about her, to be honest with you. I don't
No,
know her at
She's
all.
the New York
Gutenberg was
Knicks
in police academy.
sideline reporter.
1 through
Monique.
30.
So she worked for MSG, and she does a lot of entertainment bullshit in New York. They'll airdrop her into fucking Access Hollywood or whatever to do like a one shot. And she really has the career Beth wishes she had. She has that kind of New York local celebrity
Yes.
thing.
Oh my God, you're
Maria
so right.
Menounos of New York.
I'm actually really shocked that a Jill Martin was never invited to be on Real Housewives of New York. Like she
Oh
looks
God,
like she'd be
yes,
perfect for that.
Perfect. Yes.
And Steve, Steve is a lovely man.
Right.
And
what's
we
with the horse
dated
sound
for
there,
a
Fred?
while, on and off.
It was for
and
horse cock, I
Hung
guess.
like the horse.
you're not being fun. I know.
Talk about how painful it was.
He's crazy in bed, she says.
What do you mean?
I heard the interview, and I think that everyone was really. What does that sound?
That's you screaming when you saw Steve.
Oh, I forgot we. On and off Miami, though, in New York.
You don't think that?
I'm bored.
Why did you break up with Steve Gutenberg? Now that seems like a good catch right there for you.
You know what?
Howard
It sort of
calls
just
her Gold
dissipated.
Digger.
I started seeing somebody else. He started seeing somebody else, and then it sort of went away.
Fizzled.
It fizzled. But
It fizzled.
Oh, I like that.
How many times can you watch Police Academy 4?
Well, I mean, there's 6 of them, and Cuckoo.
And Artie's continuing to eat, which I love.
might as well take
not
advantage
stopping.
Just continuing to eat. Wait,
Howard
okay,
called her a
Steve will be
gold
the
digger
next
during
one.
that, Monique. You don't have to go back and play it, but he's like, you're really in it for rich guys, right? I mean, you really want to find yourself a rich guy. That's what you do. And he kind of, it was almost like a
He's
rigorous.
probably spot on that.
Yep.
Anybody that's in the chat right now before we're getting off air can find out who Jill Martin married and exactly what he does for a living, because
call.
I'm pretty sure she probably went for the money.
Good call.
'Cause Steve Gutenberg,
Definitely a Hampton staple, whoever it is.
oh my God.
Yes. They're all so predictable.
And they all look like her. They
Follow
are
the money.
all her. They're
Yep.
all her.
She is exactly.
Eric Brooks. His name is
Okay.
Eric
E.
Brooks.
Now let somebody in the thing look it up for us so that we can see
Melvin.
exactly who
I
it
bet
is.
you my money's on Melvin.
So what's my last clip that I have here? Not the
Norm
not
Macdonald.
Mr. Feeney.
What a douchebag.
Norm Macdonald.
Oh
So
my-
tell me
Okay,
what
so
that is.
yeah,
We'll
so this
wrap
is
up
Norm
with
because Norm is on the show. They did a very disrespectful bit with dead comedians today. That was
Yeah,
very
they did.
hacky and very just sort of posthumously horrible. And somebody did a bad Norm impression, and I just decided that this is what Norm really thinks of Howard. So this is Norm telling him that he felt Howard was horrible and enabled Artie the whole time, and this caused a big rift between them. Back
I
in
remember when
08.
this happened.
Yeah, this is a good clip.
Exactly. So he's got the money. Also, his character, his comic character, yes, is that of a drug-using, heavy drinking guy that's going to die.
Right. So how does he go on as a comedian without that persona?
Yeah. I told him, be a rehab guy. Just, call yourself the
Who is that talking?
Norm Macdonald's talking to Adam Carolla, and this clip got out there, and Howard was livid.
rehab guy, and it'd be
But
funny.
nothing is more tedious.
But the thing. No, but at least he'd live. Yeah. I personally, I don't like that what they're doing on Stern to him. What are they doing? I mean, obviously he's complicit in it, but I'm saying that he doesn't have to be Beetlejuice, or he doesn't have to be. They had a midget on that show that was drunk and died. Really?
Yeah, I remember Hank.
Hank, yeah. And they were telling him, hey, drink more, drink.
So you think they're enabling him?
Of course they are. Yeah.
What happened to the Beth calling into the show clip. I just looked on my Gmail and it's not there. Just
We'll do it
FYI.
tomorrow.
But
it's
it's
not
for
there.
the good of the show, you know.
It's
I
entertaining.
know Howard. I love
A train
Howard.
wreck is entertaining.
Yeah, Howard's a fantastic guy.
It's going to be awesome when I'm at his wedding in 2 weeks, and he's like, one of my callers.
Okay, here's who she married. Ethos Capital, private investment
guy.
organization that focuses on companies
told you.
in which technology can be used to automate, optimize, and transform traditional blah, 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 blah,
Of
blah,
course.
blah, blah,
Bullshit
blah, blah.
artists.
So he makes a
Rich
ton of
bullshit
money.
Told me what Norm
Honey,
said
can we move
on
out
the
to the
show.
Hamptons?
I'm enabling
And
Marty.
I'm gonna go. I didn't say anything. And she go, yeah, but you laughed and nodded. Yeah.
It's gonna be that way. He's gonna tell you.
Well, I guess
that.
he is in the outpatient rehab, so maybe they're trying to
You're
help
gonna go,
him.
hey, Norm said, yeah.
Oh hell, I sing like a canary. Hey, and guess what he did to his best friend's wife?
So anyway, I listened
Okay. Oh, so this is Howard
to
talking
that.
about
Howard
and
it?
said, here's my response to it. And here was most of the response on Stern Fan Network, which somebody sent me a copy of. That Artie is a grown man.
Absolutely.
Number one. If Norm thinks that I have some sort of weird control over Artie, I don't. And the same way that Norm employed
Have
Artie.
we
Let me just finish
encouraged
this.
Artie to drink or do
Never.
drugs?
Oh my God, his net worth is only $10 million?
Well, that's what he
Peasant.
says, but you know it's much more. He's one of those,
Guaranteed,
he's
Monique
a money
already
guy.
has
He
a
hides
house
it.
on Squabble Lane. I guarantee he lives there already and she's moving.
I guarantee.
No,
I
not on
guarantee-
Squabble Lane. They're on the other lane, but, one of those lanes.
Okay.
But, that's
Broken
Beth's
Arrow.
friend.
Monique, you
So
realize
that's why he didn't
that,
have to go to the wedding. He just tolerates him
and-
and he doesn't have enough money.
No, you realize that he probably has a lot more than that, but he just kind of hides it because. That's
Oh
what
yeah,
those
you
guys
can't tell
do.
Jill. She'll go after it.
Yeah, I mean,
I
with
wanna
the
I want
prenup,
to be paid in cash by my venture
Exactly.
capitalists.
because
You
he's
gotta
gonna
put
get
that money
divorced
in
in
for
2-3 years.
Look at Benjamin. Ethos Capital is an investment firm and a silent partner.
Benjamin's mastered the silent partner humor.
Oh, this is her second husband. Okay, so who'd she take for all their money
Gosh,
first
she's
time
got to
around?
be a pain in the ass. Oh
I'm
my
just
god,
curious.
Patrick Ewing was her first husband.
Patrick Ewing.
All right, I'm going to be done with the show because I have to.
Yeah,
have
that's
to
good.
walk
That's
my
good.
dogs.
That's good.
So okay, so
she's
tomorrow
gotta be a
is
pain in the
Wednesday. It's
ass.
our last show of the week.
Yay.
Guy that was gonna send us the clip of Beth calling into the show. Please do so. I didn't receive it on my Gmail. So yeah, let's talk about that. I would love to play that for tomorrow's show. We'll also play Mr. Feeney will be telling us about Ben Stern's Vanity Fair.
Monique, the woman who wrote that
so-
article is frighteningly like that psychologist we had on. Who
Oh
still
my
believes
God, the
Howard's bullshit.
psychobabble
It's
is
the same thing.
disgusting.
It's when
It's
you
really-
read this, you're gonna have flashbacks to it.
Yeah, I know it's horrible.
But that means there's another show tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's it.
God
Sorry
damn
for you.
it.
Sorry for you, but hey, somebody has to listen. This is part
damn
of
it.
our job, and
I
that's
gotta think of a title.
I know, and I know. Don't kill yourself over it. Fuck
I
it.
know.
Just call it
I'm
the
half
shit
asleep,
show.
drinking coffee, going fuck what.
Hey guys, thanks for hanging with us tonight. Please join us for any further discussion at RadioGunk.com in the forum section. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at RadioGunk. And don't forget to like this and subscribe to us and hit that little bell so you know when we're doing a new show. Thanks.